Megan Fox has the story.
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox.
Megan Fox, a national journalist.
Mastodon. I will never be able to say that.
It feels like the Flintstones live there.
It does.
Well, don't trust women. I think you just touched on that with your last. That's what they brought. We're going to have to bring back chaperones.
Jesus, no.
Just careful. Stop! Right. Ooh. Hard right.
How did you screw up a stove, Megan? You're a woman. I thought that was baked into you, like at the genetic level, how to operate kitchen equipment.
And honestly, Megan, if you don't like it, I'm sorry. I've been very nice to you.
You get Dino hanging out outside chewing on a large bone. I highly recommend being targeted by the New York Times and Rolling Stone for weight loss. And I'd say, keep it coming. I need to lose 20 more. Please, keep it coming.
Explain to me, Megan, why did this country not have a holiday once a year? That's the time you vote. If you don't show up and vote, up your ass. You don't get another chance. You don't get, I don't care if you're in the hospital. Crawl to the stake, crawl there. But that's it, 1 day, 12 hours, and then you're done. And you count them that day, and that night you know who the hell won.
I will eat you alive. You want to tangle? You want to go?
The only thing going through my head is, what are you going to do when Megan Fox runs wild on you, brother?
He made a deal with the devil. She's the devil.
He wants that.
Oh, God. Gross! Oh! All right, penalty box for Slug. Yep. Are you ready to behave yourself now, Slug?
This frustrating rep.
Are you ready to behave yourself? Repossessed puppies? I'm hiding Pork Chop! ASAP! Have you seen his little Pork Chop? Oh my God, Pork Chop is the cutest.
That sounds bad.
Have you seen it?
Pork is pork.
Though you may be tempted, do not contact any person or persons mentioned on this stream. Do not even think about contacting anyone who may be the topic of the daily news. If you should do that, the host will question your IQ, possibly call you names, and mock you for disobeying these basic rules of decency.
All the best.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. It's me, Megan Fox, your favorite medium smart journalist, and I'm fully massaged. I had my massage today and I'm feeling pretty good. Nice. My hands feel good. Man, the things she did to my arms and wrists. Whoo boy. I don't think we need waterboarding to get information out of terrorists. I think you just need my massage therapist to do this thing that she does in your elbow area that makes you want to give her all the codes to all of everything you have to make her stop doing it. Like, it's so painful. Like, if you have carpal tunnel, when they really get in there and like manipulate, it's like, holy God, what do you want? I'll give you anything to make this stop. But I do feel, I'm feeling a little looser, a little better. I was having like this weird muscle twitch going on for the last 2 days in my neck. It wasn't hurting. It was just every once in a while I had a muscle that was jumping involuntarily, or maybe voluntarily. It's just doing its own thing. It's like over there like, hey, I'm here. Driving me crazy. How was your weekend, girls?
Not too bad. I went to my nephew's birthday party, so hung out with some family. That's always fun, except it was a little cold and rainy, but other than that, neato.
How about you, Jen? How was your weekend?
It was good. We got to hang out with Matt Hernandez a good bit, which was really nice.
Oh, that
is
pretty
nice. Yeah, it was pretty good. Hey, how's my connection? Like blurry today?
It's a little. Your sound is going in and out a bit robotic. I'm not sure why. A little bit.
Listen, my poor husband. He chopped down a tree this weekend in the rain with a electrical saw it and was like anything from Megan Fox.
Oh no, I do not recommend this. I did not ask him to do this in the rain with the lightning and stuff.
It had to be done. Well, it was just a light drizzle rain, but I was really hoping the internet would be like perfect for you.
Oh,
the picture's a lot better.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's just a little choppy.
So this sounds a little bit weird, but you know what? We're just gonna deal with it. And
I'm sorry.
We're just gonna deal with it. I don't know what else to do.
I don't know either.
Although I've got a microphone, a Yeti around here somewhere. Maybe I should send it to you. See if that would work better. It's like a plug and play microphone, you know? Like maybe that would help.
Just send me a link of what I need to buy and I'll do it.
There's some good ones that are cheap on Amazon, like for real, like a fine microphone on Amazon. They're great. And they're $30, $40. You can't beat that, and just plugs in with a USB. As long as you have a USB port or a adapter that has a port, it's a plug and play and it will work. So
I'm going to try it.
What I like about that is that then the microphone plugs into the computer and then your headphones plug into the mic. So it won't be a headphone problem, and everything will be crystal clear. So maybe that's what we need.
That's the next
I'll send you a link. I'll send you a link to the thing that I like. All right, folks, we are covering the Hernandez trial today. Matt and Tuckey Hernandez were falsely accused of child abuse in the state of Georgia. Today, we are watching the testimony of, what's her name? Rising. What's her? Allie Rising?
Abby Rising?
Abby.
Abby Rising. Abby. Yeah, she is the social worker, or one of the social workers.
Oh, with the face.
Yeah. If you're new to this channel, we do a lot of juvenile mockery. If you don't like that, that's okay. You can always watch something somewhere else, but we can't help ourselves. We do have a bingo game that is going. If you want a flavor of what this stream is like, you might want to take a look at our bingo card. It is pinned to the top of the chat. Today's options are the card is growing bigger and bigger. So none of you are going to have the same card, by the way. So if you want to have 2 or 3 going at the same time, nobody's card is going to be the same. Here's what we're looking for today. Dumpster moment, hair talk, well-timed pause, state lies, objection, didn't do nothing. Meg's blood pressure meds stopped working, and I did take them, so that is a possibility today. Court staff cries, bad hair, Megan snorts, we all hate the prosecutor. River dancing, free space, mic drop, what a dick. Appropriate loving parents, what a bitch. Judge does something annoying, fake words, blink rate anomaly, stupid PowerPoint, the C word, squunching, sex scandal face, and the Spider-Man meme, which means it's everybody else's fault. Flux hates prosecutor. Megan hates prosecutor. Prosecutor stares down jury. Pacing, lazy investigator. Flux is going to get angry. Muted boomer. Demonstrative. What a bunch of garbage. They're making shit up. We always hit that one. That one is always checked off, isn't it? Megan hits wrong button, witch sighting, perjury, unknown significance, ostrich genesis imperfecta, bendy babies, AI portion of the show, Flux pets cat. Flux chooses violence, for fuck's sake. That should probably be for Flux sake at this point. Unfucking real. What, if anything? Annoying hand gestures, baby stealer, ceiling cats, prosecution gets wrecked, facts, wiggle wiggle, itch cough, Nick demonetizes the stream, and that could be either Nick Ricado, or Nick Starro. Oink, Thor has an OnlyFans moment, Thor turns off mic, Mr. Jingles attacks, Catherine gives good face, unpronounceable doctor names, big words, bad pause phase, Flux seething, Indiana bone sighting, pee break, vocal fry, Nick's meat plate, which is a new space. Nick's meat plate. That sounds so bad. What do you do here? Abnormal is normal. Minimizing problems. Chat hates witness. Witness cries. Ricada sighting. Oh, finally I got through them all. That's a lot. That's a lot. I'm frozen. Did I unfreeze?
Yeah, you unfroze now, but it's like whenever you go off screen, or if you have a different tab open, it freezes your camera.
I have to move StreamYard to its own spot so that it doesn't do that anymore. and I have to move all my other windows to the other screen. It's a real pain, but that's what I have to do now because for whatever reason, I need Brad. Brad needs to come.
I mean, you could just make sure before you switch the screen to have like a really nice like before you switch over, so it's just frozen there. Yeah. So when it freezes, it's fine.
So it's not like ugly freeze face. Did we already get bad pause face? Because that
it wasn't a bad pause face.
Damn.
It was just a pause face.
Oh, all right. Well, I was hoping for better, but apparently no. All right, now why do I have all these tabs are all in the wrong places? Gosh darn it. All right, I got to move my bingo over here. Now I have to move everything so that it's not in the way. All right, let's see. Locals chat. I need to move. Oh, meganfox.locals.com. There is a live chat going there right now. You guys can head on over there if you are in my locals. If you're not in my locals, make sure that you follow it. You can be there for free, meganfox.locals.com. Follow me for notifications there for free. If you want to take part in the live chats or postings and stuff, that's when it's $5 a month. But you get 2 free months when you sign up for a whole year right now using promo code GANG, all caps, one word, GANG, for the locals chat. All right, let's get started. I've got to find, well, I guess I should find the trial. Any thoughts on what we saw last week, girls? Any thoughts about Abby Rising? We saw a little bit of her testimony. Do you have any takeaways on her?
I feel like we could start off with what a bitch.
I didn't get there last week. I don't think. I don't think I got there yet.
It's the whole, I spoke with the mother and the mother said, we don't know what these are. So it's obvious abuse. That's, I don't, what I would already start with the C word, but that's how I feel about this woman.
For that. Okay, let's see.
But that's how I feel about her.
All right, well, that's fair. Flux hates witness. There's a new square for chat hates witness, by the way. So if we're going to make sure the chat's going to have to agree on that. When the chat decides they hate a witness, they get to call that one. So here we go. We are on day 4. Abby Rising. Oh no, now I'm having trouble connecting StreamYard. Come on, StreamYard. Don't do this today. Not today. It's going to mess with me.
I'm just glad it's you and not me.
Yeah, I don't even know.
And so they were sharing information with you, right?
We can right off the bat. Loving and appropriate parents, sharing all the information with her as necessary. Good Lord. So loving and appropriate parents has been called.
They were sharing information with the doctors, right?
Correct.
In fact, you guys wouldn't have even had the picture of what was going on behind Emma Hernandez's ear if they had not repeatedly shown it to all of the doctors and to you and made it available so y'all could put it in Emma Hernandez's medical records, right?
My understanding is there was one photo that they showed, and there was many x-rays that were completed that also added to the concern.
Okay, so did you look at the x-rays?
No, that is outside my scope.
Okay. So did you talk to Dr. Krieger about her impression of the x-rays?
Yes.
Okay. Did she tell you that she saw the fractures on the x-rays?
I don't recall.
Okay. So if she had just testified a little bit earlier that she did not see the fractures on the x-rays, would that surprise you?
A radiologist is who reads them. That is their primary role. So we have a read from the radiologist. The emergency room doctor does or does not. I can't speak to what she would have done there.
Oh, it's not my job.
Extensively about Emma Hernandez.
Not my job has been called.
County Sheriff's Office and Department of Family and Children's Services, right?
Yes.
What? What'd you say, Flex?
I was gonna say, wasn't the question, didn't she say, doesn't it surprise you that the radiologist didn't see it? Wasn't that the question? Or did I just make that up in my brain? And she totally ignored that.
We'll go back.
No, she was asking her.
She said, would it surprise you? So if she just testified.
Here.
I don't recall.
Okay, so if she had just testified a little bit earlier that she did not see the fractures on the x-rays, would that surprise you?
A radiologist is who reads them. That is their primary role.
So Krieger is not. She was just an ER doctor.
Just the ER doctor, but isn't
But
Catherine talking about Krieger?
Yeah, she's asking the witness, hey, wouldn't it surprise you that somebody who looks at x-rays doesn't see a fracture? And she's like, oh, they work there. She didn't just answer the question.
No,
And
doctor.
Well, she moved it from the ER doctor to the radiologist. She moved the ball. She moved the ball of the question.
I hate this about these witnesses so much.
I guess we could call evasive maneuvers, because that was pretty evasive. Instead of answering the question about Krieger, she started yakking about the radiologist.
And remember, this is the woman. She decided to call the police. We learned that the other day. She and Krieger, the medical team, which at this point only Krieger was involved, they called Forsyth County Sheriff's Department.
And she didn't see the
She didn't even see fractures, and she's like, "Let's call."
She didn't see him.
It's time.
Yeah, that's why I'm definitely at the C word with this lady.
Did we take evasive maneuvers off of this card? I don't even see it. It's a bummer.
I don't remember you calling it out.
Hey, Nick.
Hey.
Nick, what's up?
Hey.
What's going on? You haven't missed much. We literally just started watching this, although we've had three bingo squares called already. Appropriate, loving parents, free space, obviously. What was the other one?
Did we already call What a Bitch?
No, but I think Flux is dying to do it. What a bitch.
I'm there. What a bitch.
Okay. I missed. What did I miss?
There was Flux hates witness. Did you say that one already?
I didn't, but Flux does hate the witness. We'll do that one too.
She has said 2 words today, and I'm already so angry at her. But to be fair, it's from her previous testimony too. I'm already angry.
Yeah, we're angry. Oh, it was what? That's not my job. Not my job. That was the one that was called. Spider-Man. Yes, Spider-Man meme has been called.
Okay.
Good Lord.
Let's see here. I just regenerated one of these bingo cards. So
did you get the new link? Did you get the new link because it's been updated with Nick's meat plate?
Well, I took the one from the chat.
Oh, good. Okay, that's the right one. All right, good.
I got the Spider-Man meme.
Excellent. All right.
Does or does not. I can't speak to what she would have done there. But I also would have.
You talked to her extensively about Emma Hernandez's case before you called the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office and Department of Family and Children's Services, right?
Yes.
So, and at no point did you talk to Dr. Krieger about what these fractures looked like and whether or not there was an indication that they were displaced or causing the child significant pain or anything else that would give you additional information about the injury itself?
I don't recall the specifics of our conversation.
Do we have vocal fry?
Oh, yes. Vocal fry has been called.
Okay.
She does have bad, but she was why we added the vocal fry to the bingo card. Yes.
Do you know anything about, well, actually scratch that. So when you made the report to DFACS, you knew that it would result in the child being removed from the custody of her parents, right?
No, that's wrong.
Okay, so what did you expect to happen after you called the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office and DFACS to report to them that there were allegations of child physical abuse for a young Forsyth County resident? What did you expect to happen?
I expected irrelevance.
What?
I mean, she's a social worker.
Why is that not
who
relevant?
is making the initial report
Objection.
to law enforcement that forms the basis for these accusations against my client. I think I'm entitled to a thorough and subjective cross-examination.
I'll let her answer to the extent she has personal knowledge of that.
Thank you.
You may answer.
My expectation was that they would complete investigations, as is their role in the process.
I mean, that's kind of fair. they should be investigating this.
What would that
They should, they just don't.
Your understanding.
Yeah.
I can't speak to what law enforcement and defense investigations entail.
How many times would you say you have called DFACS and or law enforcement about a case?
Hundreds.
And you have no idea about what happens after you make that call?
I did not say I have no idea what happens. I said I can't speak to the breadth of their investigations. I only see a very specific side of it.
What side is that?
As it relates to my role and the medical care.
Well, okay, so what do you understand your role to be in this process?
To be a part of the team assessing for concerns and family needs and to make appropriate reports as needed.
Okay, so part of the team assessing, and what did you say exactly you're responsible for assessing?
I don't recall what word I chose.
I don't recall what I just
for
said.
Psychosocial needs and safety concerns.
I wonder if she's written down on her hand what she should answer. Because she's looking down at her hand a lot.
Did you believe that Emma Hernandez would be immediately removed from her parents' custody based on the report that you made to DFACS and Forsyth County Sheriff's Office?
I can't speak to what I would have guessed 2 years ago.
Well, I'm not asking for a guess. I'm asking for your professional expectation based on the actions.
Yeah, an
that you took with
objection.
regard to the file.
Why is that relevant?
I mean, again, this is the initial reporter to law enforcement of the allegations of child physical abuse made against my client that form the basis for this investigation.
Well, her expectation of what happens next, why is that relevant?
Well, because she said they would complete investigations. Her responsibility was to do the psychosocial investigation.
I'll let you ask her about that, but what her expectations law enforcement would do, I don't find that relevant.
Look at the look on her
Unless
face.
she had personal knowledge again.
Holy cow.
She should have personal knowledge, though. She's
Yeah,
step one.
it's her case.
Like, you are starting that.
No,
You're claiming
to
child
be fair,
abuse.
to be fair, see, this is how they separate out the responsibility, you see?
Yes.
She's not really a DCF worker. She's a social worker at the hospital. She gets to, much like Pontius Pilate, just wash her hands of the whole thing after she makes a phone call that destroys a family's life. She walks away and never has anything to do with the case ever again. So she might not have any idea what happens after that. DFACS, she doesn't really work for DFACS, right? She works for the hospital.
Well,
but
she's going to be state contracted.
Yeah, but she does, if she does a certain report, Mr. fucking Jingles, stop moving.
Mr. Jingles attacks can be called
I was
off
gonna say he just wants love. Look how cute he is. He's like,
Yeah, but-
please just pet me.
Love with claws, yes.
Oh,
Mr. Jingles attacks has been called on the bingo card.
It's a love attack.
Yes, it's a love attack.
Cute.
So cute.
Look at that.
Look at him. He's just a ball of fluff and love. Look at that. Oh, he just wants your attention. He doesn't want you talking to anybody else, Nick. That's really the problem.
He's a purring serial killer.
But yeah, this is how they get rid of the responsibility, right?
Yeah, but still, if this results in a case like this, I mean, her initial reports, which includes claims of physical abuse and yada yada, she should know what it results in, because she still has to testify in court about the results of her initial investigation.
Yeah.
So she does have, okay, when I write this type of report, does it usually extend to a criminal case?
Right.
Yeah, but I'm
There
getting
should
the
be
impression
follow-up. There should be.
that she doesn't follow up on any of it. That's the impression I'm getting.
But that's bullshit. You know she follows up on these cases. You know she likes to keep her nose
Unless
in.
intentionally she doesn't, and they don't want her to. Like intentionally.
They don't want her
That's
to.
fair too.
I would guess that they do not want her to. That once DCF takes over and once the cops take over, she's out of it completely, which protects the hospital from liability.
Because she can use these agents. I don't know. Not my place.
Yeah.
It's not my position.
Now, here's the real problem here, though. She was the initial person who initiated the call to the officers, to police and to DCF. So, but she has no plausible explanation for why, except to say that there were fractures, which
that the doctor
did not see. Yeah, but doctor just said under oath she never saw them, and that the radiologist did. Was that before? Did the radiologist see the fractures after this phone call was made or before? Do we know?
I'm thinking it has to be before. The radiologist must have just verbally told them this or put it in the chart because that's what they called them for, saying there are fractures. But it's
we can go ahead and check off lazy investigator because this social worker doesn't even know which doctor saw the fractures on the films. She doesn't even know. By the way, folks, make sure that you have super tips open because those are a lot of fun. Supertip.gg/Megan Fox. You can support the show and send super tips with fun AI voices, and it is hilarious. Maggot Carberg, thanks for the 5. My late fee, only about 30 minutes still. Shame. That's all right. You know you can't really be late here because we don't get started till at least 15 minutes of obligatory bullshit and me pressing the wrong buttons.
This woman is cheating because she has a good pause face.
That's true. That is a good pause face. It's pretty good. Yeah, we haven't gotten a bad one yet.
Enforcement. How much did you stay involved with those cases after you made the initial calls?
That's a very broad question. There were certainly times that I would have had
very
conversations with them at different points in the investigation, or if they came to the hospital, I may have been involved in speaking with them then. It would look different in different cases.
Okay. And so in this case, you called Forsyth County Sheriff's Office. They made a report detailing them speaking to you. And then they sent somebody to Scottish Rite Hospital who spoke with you in person, right?
I don't recall speaking to them in person. I know I spoke to them on the phone.
Okay, so if the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office report indicates Ms. Rising informed me that hospital personnel would be completing a report with the Department of Family and Child Services, would that be accurate?
I likely told them that on the phone.
Okay. And so which hospital personnel would be completing that report with defects?
As I said, I made the defects report online through their portal.
Okay, so what would be the report that needed to be completed that you would have been referring to when speaking to law enforcement?
The defects report that I made online through the portal.
So there wouldn't be any further report that would be coming?
An initial report is made and then defects responds to that report. And in the course of their investigation, hospital social work is often involved.
In what capacity?
It would vary. At times, defects would come to the hospital to speak with the parents if the parents were present at bedside. Typically, we would escort them to bedside, introduce them. If they had clarifying questions about our concerns, would discuss we would clarify those answers.
Okay. Well, so let's drill down a little bit on the specific
She's having trouble.
that we're at this. So looking at the report that you made to defects, so just to be clear about the time frame, you called Forsyth County Sheriff's Office first at 7:20 p.m. and then you made the report to defects?
I don't know the timing.
Okay.
She reports so many people,
So
yeah, she can't recall.
The report that you made to defects, you noted as the incident date, which has in parentheses the date the alleged child abuse actually occurred. You noted that as June 6, 2023, 8:10 p.m. Is that probably actually the date you were making the report, not the date you believe that child abuse occurred?
know, because we had no explanation for any of the injuries, so I can't pick a date for unexplained injuries.
But you did.
You did.
You did pick a date.
Date and time.
I mean, what the hell, ma'am? You did pick a time, and if you didn't know, you should have said, don't know.
Yes.
Razilla's Realm, member for 20 months. What did old McDonald say after his vasectomy? E-I-E-I-Ow! That's funny. Lorraine Capozzi, thanks for the 2. Hi, Megan, I made it only a little late. Well, I appreciate the late fee. Please do check in when you get here, because, you know, I worry about you when you're not here. By the way, in the description of the video, if you guys are looking for the fundraisers for both You Are the Power and the Hernandez family, they are both linked in the description of this video. You Are the Power is doing a special fundraiser for April, trying to raise $12,000 to split between the families for their legal fees, all the families that they're helping. And then there is the Hernandez family fundraiser that if you would like to throw a couple shekels at, I'm sure they would be appreciative of it, because the state has bankrupted them with legal fees, and they were not wealthy people to begin with. These are both working class people who had very low paying jobs, being wait staff and working in retail. And now they have, I don't know how much debt they have, but it's probably in the tens of thousands. What is it, Jennifer? Do we know?
Yeah, it's over 100,000.
Oh my God. Yikes. Okay. Well,
I can say this though, for their actual attorneys. So Steve, which we all love, he is only owed $5,000 left. That's it.
Oh, wonderful.
5,000.
Well, I would love to help.
Yeah, I want to help get him that 5,000 because he's already taking on another family right now in another county going through the same thing. Like Steve has such a beautiful heart to help these families, and Steve
has to eat too. He's got to eat too.
He has kids.
One of the reasons why attorneys don't take these cases, and a lot of times is because they can't get paid. So it's a real blessing that we were able to get both attorneys paid for the Tim's case last time, and we need to do it again for Steve and Catherine. How much is Catherine still owed?
Catherine's portion also has juvenile side into it, and it's $14,000 total. So that's partial.
That's not that bad. That's not that bad. It's really not.
The rest, just so people are aware, the rest is in a loan that was taken out for a criminal trial, so that Catherine got a big portion up front. And unfortunately, the interest rate is, we're not even going to try to touch that right now. We just want to pay Catherine and Steve, the actual humans involved, what they are owed. So $14,000 for one and $5,000 for the other.
Okay, well that's doable.
It is doable.
We're gonna have to hit that hard during this trial and do some fundraising.
Catch the meat stick. Catch the meat stick.
Oh no, meat sticks are out. That's not a meat plate though. It's different than a meat plate.
Mr. Jingles, up here. Here.
And so you've got in your DFCS report, reporter's information, where you put your name and your title as a licensed clinical social worker, your contact information, reporter's relationship to child, social worker, additional person who can be contacted if you are not available and additional information is needed. And you don't have anybody there, right? You didn't put anybody in that report?
I don't recall. I don't have that report.
You didn't review it in the course of preparing for your testimony for this trial?
I don't have access to it.
Well, and Your Honor, if I could approach the witness.
Right.
It's just. I'm sorry, I should have had a printed copy for you, but if I could approach the witness, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you. So.
I did just drop that link in the chat for you, the
This is
Hernandez
form
Family
that you
Fund.
completed, The Georgia Child Protective Services mandated report form.
It looks different in PDF version, but it's in the online filled out.
Yeah, so you filled it out online.
Is she going to try and say
So
she doesn't
we've got the
recognize her own
incident date.
report?
The date the alleged child abuse actually occurred 8:10 p.m. June 6th, but that's probably the date you were filling it out, right?
As I said, I can't name an incident date for an unexplained injury.
Okay, and so here's the additional person who can be contacted if you, the reporter, are not available and additional information is needed, and you left that blank, right?
Yes.
And then there's also a section for name, contact information, and best time to reach person with firsthand knowledge of the child and family, right?
Yes.
And you also left that blank, right?
Of note, the phone number that I left.
Oh,
is a
look at her
hospital phone number that
face.
links to other social.
Look at this. Something just happened there that she didn't like at all. Watch Abby's face when Catherine walks away.
Best time to reach person with firsthand knowledge of the child and family, right?
Yes.
And you also left that blank, right?
Of note, the phone number that I left is a hospital
Did you
phone
see
number
that?
that links to other social workers who cover. So they had access to social workers who would have taken over.
But didn't the form say the access to the person who knows the most about the case? Wouldn't that have been you, ma'am? Why would you
Right.
leave a general number for other social workers at the hospital who have no experience with this case? They are not the reporter. You are the reporter. Why didn't you? Is she going to ask her, why didn't you put your cell phone number there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a report. It's not like a press release. For more information, call this
Right.
1-800 fuck off or
That sounds like a spoof Rosalind Duke would make. 1-800 go fuck yourself.
Okay. You didn't put anybody else down that they could reach with firsthand knowledge of the child and family?
I did not name it in that section, no.
I mean, had you discovered in the course of your investigation anybody else that you could talk to about this family and what was going on with them?
Like outside of the medical team,
Right.
it was, I never put somebody in that section that was outside of the medical team.
Okay.
That was just not part of how we perform.
All right. And so you've got the contact and demographic information for mom and dad, right? Which they provided to you.
For my note, yes, they provided it to me.
And you've got them listed as alleged maltreater, right?
That's the verbiage that DFCS uses on the form. And given that they were the only caregivers for the child, yes.
DFCS isn't even there. She's the one filling the form out.
And there's a section for other household members, but you didn't put anybody down there, even though she's got the sibling the sibling ARIA, right?
Again, it has been a year and a half since I worked there and made DFCS reports. If my recollection serves, that section is for other adults within the household.
All right. And there's some questions about, please tell how the maltreater neglected or abused the child. And you describe parents report baby had unexplained bruising behind her ear first and squishy spot to head, first noted 5/25/23. No medical care sought until today. Parents called PCP yesterday to make appointment for concerns of leg swelling. Today, AD baby found to have multiple fractures. Parents deny any known trauma to baby and report parents are only caregiver for baby. Medical team is highly concerned for physical abuse, right?
Yes.
Report also made to Forsyth Sheriff. So, and when did the maltreatment last occur? You put today?
I'm not looking at it. You are. Sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Why don't they give her a
Okay,
copy of her
so
report
what
so she can
maltreatment
refresh
you
her
believe
memory?
Occurred on June 6th.
Again, it is unexplained injuries that I can't speak to when they happened.
Okay, so when you said how often does the maltreatment occur? Unknown. Is the maltreatment happening now? Unknown. How did you become aware of the maltreatment?
What
Baby brought
do
to the
you
hospital?
know?
Yes. And you didn't indicate that the parents were the ones who brought her to the hospital, right?
I did not.
You didn't indicate anything about how the parents were cooperating with you and all of the doctors completely?
Again, this is the initial report to DFCS. They're going to conduct an investigation and speak with the team further.
Oh, God
Every
forbid
No,
you
they're
should
not.
put anything. God forbid you should put anything exculpatory in your notes for these parents. Oh, Mr. Jingles wants more attention. God forbid you should say anything nice about the family, even when they're doing the right thing.
There's a lot of
Still-
assuming going on here. A lot of assuming. Well, remember, the DFCS will do an investigation. Why can't you still put in that information into your report that parents brought the baby? That parents sought help?
That
Yeah.
Why
seems
can't you
to
write
be
that?
a very important information here. It seems to be very, very. I'm going ahead and calling baby stealer. Baby stealer has been called. I don't like this woman. She's a baby stealer.
Yeah, she's very, very annoying because, again, a good pause face.
Yeah, again, very annoying. Although that's not great. It's not
No,
bad,
but
but it's
it-
not great. She
yeah.
looks malicious. So it's accurate. Because she seems like a malicious person.
fangs. She needs fangs. Hold on.
We
Ow!
could do that.
Ow! For fuck's sake.
Wow, Mr. Jingles is on a tear today. That's like the third attack.
I think the
we
social
need-
worker stresses Mr. Jingles out, to be honest. I think it stresses him out.
Oh, that's possible. That's possible.
I
Let's
believe
see.
that.
We need to. Oh no, that's a red dot. No. I gotta learn how to use this better. My drawing on page thing is not working properly. All right.
Okay. Oh, the parents being present is not relevant to there being concerns.
It's not?
With the team further. Every detail from everything does not get. The parents being present is not relevant to there being concerns.
Do you know who made the decision to remove Emma Hernandez from her parents' custody?
I do not know.
Do you know what role you played in that decision?
I'm sorry, I'm still having trouble understanding how. Oh, is Rumble not turned on? Oh, for God's sake. Thank you for telling me that. I set it up, but I forgot to turn it on.
The poor
Whoops.
ghetto.
Oh, we forgot the ghetto. Oh, my Lord. I'm so sorry. All right, it
Oh,
should be on now.
goodness.
Is it on? Save changes. I did. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's working now. Yes. Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. Rumble, welcome to the stream. You haven't missed much. I mean, we've only been going for 40 minutes. You've missed 40 minutes. I am so sorry.
We're all
Welcome.
angry. That's about it.
Yeah. I made the stream and then I forgot to turn it on. I am so sorry. That never happens. But I'm sorry, Rumble. I didn't mean to forget about you. Welcome, Rumblers. And do you have your bingo cards? Let me make sure that you have one. I gotta copy and paste over there. Do we have a moderator over it? Probably not, because I didn't have it turned on. I was gonna say if we have a moderator, the moderator could drop that in there for you, but there probably isn't one this early in the day, especially considering that Rumble wasn't turned on. That would have been helpful. Good Lord, what's wrong with my brain today? All right, I have now copied the bingo. It is going in the Rumble chat. Just a moment, Rumble, and it will be there with you momentarily. This woman drives me absolutely crazy. Let's hear some more from her.
I do not know.
Did you hear the question Catherine asked, Meg? Back it up a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't it her role?
Is not relevant to there being concerns.
Do you know who made the decision to remove Emma Hernandez from her parents' custody?
I do not know.
Do you know what role you played in that decision?
I do not know.
You think maybe you should know that.
Oh my God. She looks sorry though.
Rogue, fix my pin message on Rumble. I did it wrong.
I guess
It needs the super tips too.
What other investigation did you undertake of Emma Hernandez and her family before you made these reports?
Only what I've spoken to.
Wait, Oh my God, I wish I had more than one square for lazy fucking investigator because I'd be checking it off again.
So sick, man.
Everybody's
So
face
sick.
on the panel just now, we all had the same face. I just looked at the panel and every one of us are going like this. We look like we're about to throw up. Everyone on the panel looks ready to puke. It is sickening.
I gave her fangs. Share pick.
Hold on, I have to take this one down. Better.
It's
much
the same
better.
background as the first one, but
yes,
yeah.
much better.
My
Lord.
paint work is amazing.
You deserve to win some kind of award for this paint work. I tell you, you really do. It's amazing. Where's JKD today? We need JKD in here. We need some memes. By the way, locals chat is open. Those of you my locals members, locals chat is open. I have no idea why it isn't open on my screen. It's just like dead. What happened to the locals chat? I know it's there somewhere, but my computer's being weird. So if you're sharing memes over on locals, I might be able to access them at some point if my computer catches up.
So if the family had said, well, she rolled off the bed, does that mean that there would not have been any reports made?
No.
Okay. So even if the parents had provided an explanation for the injuries, you still would have made the reports.
From my understanding, a roll off the bed would not explain the extent of injuries that Emma had. So if there had been
So you're already decided it must be abuse,
explained everything,
regardless.
and the doctor and the medical team was not concerned, and I was not concerned, then we would not have any reports.
We have a quota, Miss Officer of the Court. I bet they have a quota.
Well, we know they have a quota. I don't know what the hospital's role in that is, and I don't know her. See, this is the same thing they did with Sally Smith. Okay, Sally Smith got away with what she got away with because she wasn't really an employee of the state, but she wasn't really an employee of the hospital either. She was like a contracted private social worker. Nobody can point a finger at who's responsible, right? That's how they separate the walls of responsibility. They build these walls in between so that you can't hold the hospital liable and you can't hold the county liable. It's just these unaccountable bureaucratic bitches, and you can't get to who is actually in charge.
Here's my take on that. The moment you get some form of legal immunity, you are a state actor.
Yes, agreed.
Agreed.
I agree, but you're never gonna get the state here to agree to police themselves in that kind of way. You're never gonna get that to happen. And it doesn't matter what egregious thing they do to families. The powers that be protect themselves and themselves first. So when it comes in front of judges, right? Any judge, and you're trying to strip immunity from just some fucking social worker, that judge in the back of their mind is going, if I strip this immunity, somebody's going to strip mine. And so they don't. And that's how it goes. The black robes are going to protect themselves, and by definition, everybody underneath of them, including cops, social workers, county workers, DCFS, they don't care who dies. They don't care who is tortured. I just saw another one, a horrific case. I won't even say the details. I don't want you guys to get sick. There is a terrible case of child abuse right now that was just discovered. A little girl has died, being kept in just a horrific conditions. And she had been placed with an aunt who had 10 arrests on her record. And this was a placement through DFAX or CPS in this state where it happened. It was in one of the southern states. And this was a place that they should have known was unsafe. But it doesn't matter that a little 6-year-old girl was tortured to death. It won't matter to the state. They won't strip anybody's immunity, and nobody will go to jail except for the aunt. But nobody who placed that child in that house is going to go to jail. No, and they should. They should. And that's the thing. There's no accountability for these people at all. And they don't care what happens. You see it in her face. She doesn't give a shit what happens after she hands it off to DCF. Doesn't matter to her at all.
Allay your concern. What would have allayed your concern?
Well, that's a good question. I want to hear the
Yeah.
answer to this.
If there had been a reasonable explanation for all of the injuries.
What would be a reasonable explanation for all of the injuries?
That's outside my scope. It would have been a discussion with the physician.
Yeah, is she the one who decides what's a reasonable explanation for injuries?
I don't think this woman knows what her role in life is in her job. Like, I actually think she's stupid because she said that
Well,
she
low
called.
IQ needs to go on the bingo card for next week. Low
Dude,
IQ is getting added.
If I didn't have concerns and the medical team didn't have concerns, we would not have made the call to the sheriff. And now Catherine is saying, well, what would have allayed your concerns? Well, there was reasonable explanations for the injuries. What would that look like? I don't know. That's
I don't
outside my
know.
scope. Like, these are bad answers.
Yeah.
They do not make any sense.
No, she just said we need reasonable explanation. Okay. What would be a reasonable explanation? It's outside of my scope. Well, no, it's not, because you just said it is your joint decision.
Exactly.
So you can't have it both ways.
I
not
look
good.
at all of this how I treat my kids. And if my children, if I ask them why they did XYZ and this was the kind of answers I'm getting, they're putting. They're like, crap is going down for them. This is not a reasonable answer. It makes no
it's
sense.
not.
It's just circular answering. That's all that it is.
Yeah, evasive answers needs to get put back on the bingo card. I don't know how it got taken off, but I'm putting it back on for tomorrow.
How about fake words?
How about what?
Fake
How about what?
words.
Fake words. Well, I haven't heard any fake words yet. I haven't heard any fake words. I've heard
These
word
are fake
salad.
jobs. She has a fake job. That's what this is. This fake
That should go on the bingo card too.
Fake job. Okay, fake job. We're gonna have so many bingos that it's gonna take me an hour to read them all.
Yeah. She is the hospital's middle management position to avoid responsibility.
Avoid responsibility. That's what that's her entire job, is to minimize liability for the hospital, I think.
And I'll try to wrap it up, but I do want to give you the opportunity, if there is anything that you can share about the investigation that you've conducted before or after making these reports. I do want you to have the opportunity to share that. Is there anything you have not been able to tell the jury about that you did?
Well, I would like to clarify first. I'm doing an assessment, not an investigation. I make reports to entities who do investigations. And I can only recall what is within my note.
Don't blame me.
There's some additional.
That's what she's saying to the jury.
Yeah.
Details about family history that they provided. If you would like me to review each detail that they told me about that, but
none of them provided any red flags for you, right?
No.
So, and just to be clear, so the
No
Child
red flags.
Protective Services mandated reporter form, that's the product of an assessment, not an investigation.
Correct.
And do you recall having any other conversations with anyone about Emma Hernandez during the course of your involvement in her care and the defects case against her parents?
I would have spoken, well, I know I spoke to the evening overnight social worker to hand off the case, as my shift typically would have ended at 8:30 p.m. So I would have been leaving soon after this.
Did you recall who that was?
I do not.
And you don't have a record of these things, like a chain of custody of who we handed this child off to? Really?
And did you?
No, that's too much work, Megan.
I'm sorry. I'm calling. What would you say you do here?
What would you say you do here?
That's on the card. Please check it off. What do you do here? What does this woman even do? What is this job about? She knows nothing. She can't remember anything. Nothing is written on the report the way it's supposed to be. She doesn't know who she handed off this baby to. Like, what is it that you do know, ma'am? I would be so angry when questioning someone like this.
And how she claims she don't remember because it's a year and a half ago, and hundreds of cases that she files reports about.
She should have detailed notes on this stuff. These are people's lives. These are families you're screwing around with. You better, and you're going to get called to court.
And it was so long ago, she can't remember. I hope she is thinking now that whole time, all this time that has passed, these children were ripped from their parents.
Yeah.
They love to say this was 2 years ago. Remember with the Tims, this was 3 years ago. Yeah, for 3 freaking years, for 2 freaking years, all this time passes, and these people are without their kids.
They're without their kids because of what the decisions.
Because of what you did.
And they don't seem to have any sense of how that is impactful on these families at all. Do they not think about what it is they do for a living ever? And if you did have a job like this, and if you're out there and you are a social worker, I hope to God that you are making better notes than this person. I hope you're taking it very seriously.
It would be interesting to take out 10 random reports from her and see if she's just coloring by numbers.
Yeah, definitely.
Come and testify in any defects proceedings
for this case? No.
Never? They never called the person to testify in the defects case, the person who made the call? That seems unbelievable to me.
People who ever testified was Dr. Emmanuel Pena, who is a piece of crap and came to the first juvenile hearing.
Right. He's the one that says if you don't put sunscreen on your kid, you're abusing them. But then if you hover too much, you're also abusing them. Like if you too much sunscreen, abuse. Not enough sunscreen, abuse. Too much feeding the kid, abuse. Not enough feeding the kid, abuse. You can't breastfeeding, red flag. That's what Pena said. And we went over his training on this channel. It was horrific what he says is abuse and what you should take. If you let your kid climb a tree and he falls and breaks his leg, you're negligent. If you don't let your kid climb a tree, you're a helicopter parent and you're negligent. Like he sees abuse in every scenario, and he can find a scenario to get you as an abuser, no matter what you do.
And you can see that it doesn't matter what's reported. It doesn't matter. They can take your kids away with zero investigation. We now know it from the Tims. You know it from the Hernandez trial. You've heard it now from multiple people. No investigation has to happen. They call police, defects takes your kids. It's that simple.
Did you speak to anybody else besides Dr. Krieger, Forsyth County Sheriff's Office, and the overnight social worker?
I may have, but I don't recall.
Because you didn't put it in your report.
All I can speak to is what is in my note.
And if it's not in there, it didn't happen.
So, do you have contact with the child abuse pediatricians at CHOA?
Are you asking in this case or in general?
In this case and in general.
I don't recollect that I would have spoken to them in this case. In general, yes, we frequently worked together and spoke.
Okay. So you don't recall having direct contact with the child abuse pediatricians in this case, but it would be normal for you to have contact with them?
Not in every case, but there were certainly times that we spoke.
How can you care this little?
Right?
That's a good question.
This is a case where the parents are charged with aggravated assault and child cruelty based on your report, and you didn't even care enough at the time for this to make a blimp on your map. This is sociopathic behavior.
Megan, what's your thoughts on your honest thought on a organization, not necessarily you are the power, but if there was an organization who took this woman's picture, her name, and a quick detail of her part in this and blasted it on social media with no call to action, just like an informational situation. What's your opinion on that?
I think it's fair. She's testified in a public case. She's answered questions under oath. It's the truth. So any claims of, it's what she said, She did no investigation on this case. I don't see why she should be shielded from public scrutiny. It is a public matter of interest. She'll scream and cry harassment. They all do. But we're all held responsible for the things that we do, especially working as a social worker on behalf of the public or whatever. No, I don't see any problem with that. I think people should recognize her face at CHOA and know that this woman does no investigation before she takes your kids. She doesn't care enough to investigate or talk to anyone in depth about anything.
Yeah, I agree.
As long as nobody actually contacts this witness directly, but Megan goes through this in the beginning of the stream.
Right. You don't call anybody. You don't text anybody. Don't contact her, obviously. But yeah, I don't see a problem with an organization trying to help people stay away from people like this.
If you get this woman as a social worker at hospital, run.
Yeah, run.
It's like the bad and busted.
Yeah, her name is Abby Rising. I don't think she works at CHOA anymore, right? She moved somewhere else.
Yeah, she moved to some other place,
which is very usual, by the way. This is the way these things usually work. Like they cause all these problems for one family somewhere, and by the time it comes to court, they've moved on someplace else because they don't want that public shaming thing to happen. They don't want to be seen and recognized at CHOA. She knows what she did. She knows that she contributed to this shit show where innocent people were thrown in jail, where innocent people's lives were ruined and children taken away for years. They know this. She's not.
Should we have a CHOA wall of shame?
Oh, yes. Yes.
We should.
I will work on a CHOA wall of shame. We need that. We definitely. And she's going on it. She's absolutely going on it. I need to write that down.
You have this evil social workers that actively, but she is indifferent. And that is somehow worse for me.
Yeah.
The indifference.
Yeah, the
like at least care a little bit.
The lackadaisical approach to I don't know what happened afterward. I don't know what
look
role
at her face. She's not sorry at all. She's not sorry.
She's got a heart made of iron. Sticky Widget, thanks for the 10. I view fire reports. I advise writers to pretend they are in front of a defense attorney picking apart your report and making you look stupid. She is the poster child for that. Yeah. And Sticky, I'm so glad that you do that, by the way, because anyone who's writing reports, that's exactly how they should be trained to write them. I want you to write this report as if a defense attorney is going to cross-examine you on it, and he's going to pick it apart and try to make you look stupid. So you better not be stupid when you write this report.
Yeah. 2 years from now, somebody is going to question you about this. You're on the stand. You're on TV.
Yeah.
Now write the report.
Right. Yeah, it's a great way to train people. I'm glad you're doing that, Sticky. That's the kind of training people need. This was another thing in the Kowalski case that was very bothersome. I remember us screaming and yelling about it multiple times, was that these reports were so insufficient. You know, it's not in the report. And then they would say in their own words, well, if it isn't in the report, it didn't happen. Well, then how can you say she was screaming and yelling and swearing at nurses? You didn't bother to write it in the report, but somehow now it's part of your narrative to justify dropping a kid on the floor. You know, like dropping a child in extreme pain, this and keeping her from the bathroom. It's now you're justifying it by saying, well, she was swearing at us. It's not in the report. Why didn't you put it in the report if it was such a big problem? So they use it both ways. If it's not in the report and it's convenient for them to say it in court, they do. If it is in the report and it's, you know, they wrote it wrong or they wrote it down insufficient, they're still like, well, that's the only thing that's in the report. So that if it's not there, it didn't happen. God, I hate these people.
So you never saw the injuries to Emma Hernandez yourself, right?
I said I don't recall looking at x-rays. I don't recall if she had any physical findings on her that day. I don't conduct an exam, but I don't recall if I happened to see a bruise that Mom may have pointed out when I was in the room. But it's outside my scope to examine the child and note on that. So it's.
Well, I think you were testifying earlier when speaking to the state, something about circular bruise on the face?
Mom reported that to me.
So that's just, again, the parents volunteering information to you and the doctors and the other people who they believe are trying to help their child, right?
Yes.
How, do you remember about how long you have spoken, you spent speaking to Mr. and Mrs. Hernandez?
I don't recall.
All right, so were there, beyond the injuries themselves and the lack of an explanation that satisfied you and the physicians, you found no psychosocial factors that increased Emma Hernandez's risk for abuse or made you think this child is being abused, right?
To be clear, it wasn't that there was explanation offered that just didn't satisfy us. There was no explanation for the fractures in a 12-week-old baby.
Right, and I guess, do you have any familiarity with connective tissue disorders, so metabolic disease, other conditions that can create medical fragility in children?
I am not an expert in that, no.
Okay, so you're not trained in any child abuse maneuvers or anything like that?
I have some training about it. I would not say that I am an expert in it.
And what kind of training?
I rely heavily on teams. We have ongoing training, continuing educations, a lot of which are conducted by the Stephanie Blank Center.
What kind of training? Answer the we have ongoing trainings is not an answer to what kind of training do you have in child abuse. I want to know, how do you recognize child abuse? Who trained you to recognize child abuse? How many hours did you spend studying how to recognize it? This is bullshit.
Specific to child injury and child maltreatment.
Okay. What do you learn in these trainings? I mean, specifically, let's try to make it as relevant as possible to medical conditions involving infants and fragility.
Sure, so it would have been a very high level. It is possible, these exist. Speak to the medical team. I think that's why we have physicians. That is why child advocacy can be consulted as needed.
Okay, so when you were testifying to the state earlier, some comments about things that were extremely likely or extremely unlikely, is that information that you're getting from these trainings?
Not solely.
Okay, where else are you getting that information from?
From being a part of the medical team and working with the providers.
Dr. Emmanuel
And
Pena.
I have a degree in child development. So there's also that involved in the assessments.
And do you have any contact with looking at labs and unusual results on labs?
Other than to be made aware that they exist, no.
Okay. Were you told about any unusual results on Emma Hernandez's labs?
I don't recall.
Is there anything else about your interaction with Emma Hernandez that you do recall, Ms. Rising?
I don't think so.
All right, I don't have any further questions.
Thank you.
Very cool. How would you define sole caregivers?
They're the only people providing care to the child.
Does that mean the child's never been on a camping trip?
I can't speak to that.
Does that mean the child's never been outside the presence of the parents?
I can't speak to that.
Okay.
Did you try to find out?
So what I'm getting here is that you put the parents on that form because they couldn't explain the non-accidental trauma. Is that my understanding?
And they told me that they were the only caregivers for the child.
Okay. Did you follow up on the caregiver by asking them, have you been anywhere? Have you been on trips? Have you been out to places? Have you left the child with anybody else for any period of time? Did you follow up with them and ask those questions?
I asked about babysitters, which they denied, and I don't recall other clarifying questions.
Okay. just who did you consult with at CHOA about Emma Hernandez before calling or making the decision to call law enforcement?
Dr. Krieger would have been the primary.
Dr. Krieger?
Yes.
Would you have consulted with Amber Borders as well?
I don't recall.
Dr. Messner? Would you have consulted with Dr. Messner?
As I said, I don't recall if I spoke to child advocacy for this.
What? She doesn't know anything.
I feel like I need to go make myself some
Did you ever
popcorn.
ask
Like,
any of the parents how long this alleged bruising had been up behind the ear?
Mom had reported that she noticed it one morning, which Dad later came and showed a photo that he said was from May 25th, which was the day that they had noticed it.
May 25th? I also understood you to note on the reporting form that there was no other medical care noted. Is that my understanding? Put that on the medical reporting form.
I don't recall.
Do you know one way or the other whether or not the parents had taken the child to a pediatrician prior to coming to CHOA?
They had said she was seen at the sister's appointment earlier that day, I believe.
Thank you.
That's all.
Just briefly, Your Honor. Ms. Rising.
Redirect. Try to clean
Defense
up
asked
that
you
mess.
Questions about cooperation, parents' cooperation. Do the parents' cooperation during an assessment automatically dispel all concerns for child abuse?
Absolutely not.
Oh,
And
that
again,
one.
just
Oh,
for clarification,
Yeah, that was quite the answer.
Now I'm going to get the defense for making me look like a fucking moron.
But it just makes her look malicious, like,
Yeah.
well, what, so you can do everything right and they're really suspicious of you now. That's how that sounded. Like, no, like it's more like even a red flag if they're cooperative.
you do an independent assessment and also feel concerned for non-accidental trauma within your realm of social work. Correct. Nothing further. Thank you.
Anything else for this witness?
Nothing further.
I wish, I don't want to get on Catherine or Steve for their work here, because I'm sure they have other considerations. They're watching the clock. They can't keep her on for, forever. But I really wish that Catherine had gone into that child abuse training. Nail her to the wall on it. I asked you what kind of training you have for child abuse. I want to know specifically, what are the things you look for? I want you to name them, A, B, and C. There must have been some kind of training materials that you had when you go to these classes. What's the one thing that stands out in your mind about this training? What are you looking for? Let me hear this training. I don't think she would have been able to answer any of that. I think that would have made her look even dumber.
She said she didn't even examine Emma. So the prosecutor just asked her, so you handle your own assessments, right, before the investigation. But what really did she do besides hear from Krieger, who was told by a radiologist that there's fractions? She didn't do anything. She didn't even look at Emma.
Right. And I think that's why the training becomes really important. What kind of training are you given as a social worker to assess abuse cases? I would think that would be very interesting information for us to find out. I wish we had gone deeper into that instead of letting her off with, yeah, we get trained and we have continuing education. Yeah, but what is it? What is it? What is the training? If I've learned anything from watching Sean McMillan and his awesome depositions that he puts on YouTube, by the way, go subscribe to Sean McMillan. He does the best depositions ever of these people. If there's anything I've learned from him, he will spend 3 hours on training. No, I want every detail. I want the PowerPoints. I want to see your training. I want what training did you get? Where were you trained? How were you trained? Who did the training? What was it about? Did you ever hear anything about the Fourth Amendment right to inappropriate seizures and searches? I mean, he goes over the training in detail, and every single time he does that, he finds that these people either were not trained on the law, or two, they were trained and they ignored it. or they were trained illegally. They were trained to do things that are illegal. So there's so much inside that training. Where is she getting it? Who's doing it? Is it DFCS training? And what the hell is the training? I would really like to know that. But I'm sure they have a lot more to do here. It's not like, they've got a million other witnesses they need to call up. So maybe it wasn't that important. But that's just me. I would have liked to have heard more about that.
No, it's a great point. Great point.
Yeah, because I just don't think that they are trained very well. And I think people would be horrified when they find out that a social worker, like how many hours did you have to do before you became a social worker? And people get horrified by the answer that they get, which is like, I don't know, 3 weeks, something like that, 3-week training. And then suddenly you're in charge of other people's families. All right, we are now going to hear from Sarah Nolan. Who is Sarah Nolan, Jennifer?
Oh my gosh, Megan. Is that who's next?
What? Yeah.
Oh, am I going to get more angry?
Guys, she's the DFCS investigator. Megan, did I ever...
DFCS Investigator Day. I love this day.
Wait a minute, Megan, did you ever see the video? Do you remember the video of a woman with a chainsaw destroying furniture?
What? No, you never gave me a video of that.
Shoot! Okay, well we can
Wait a
play
minute.
it.
Wait a minute. Have we just come up with a new fundraising scheme? Am I going to have to get a chainsaw and destroy some furniture?
Nick can do that. I believe in Nick.
Nick, do you have a chainsaw?
Yeah, I have 2 non-functional ones, but I might get one functional.
Get one functioning and get it going. Yeah. I don't know if I
have to find this
chainsaw.
This is good backstory. This is the DFCS investigator, and Tony, the uncle, found this was right after the girls had been taken. So before I even knew them or met them, and Tony found one on a social media. This woman who helped investigate this family was going through a mental breakdown, openly admitted to not being well and should not be working with the public. And she was going through like a breakup and had a chainsaw and is destroying furniture. When Tony found that.
Wait, like her significant other's furniture?
Yes, some shelf or something that he bought her. I have the video. We can.
Do you have this video? I need this video, Jennifer. Jennifer, dig deep in the archives and find the video because we are going to make a fortune on this video, okay? We are going to pay off all the legal bills for the Hernandezes on this one video.
I found it. Okay,
Flux,
I gotta
Flux, how are you with a chainsaw?
I actually just had to do some bush trimming the other day, and I was like, I need a bigger chainsaw. It's not a chainsaw, it's a hedge trimmer. It's only about that big.
Yeah.
So
okay, hedge trimmer, chainsaw, whatever. Can we destroy some shit with it?
Oh yeah,
okay, I'm sending you.
You want me to right over there?
This is it. We've discovered the next charity video that we're going to do on this stream, and we are going to have to destroy some shit with a chainsaw. If you guys get that fundraiser up and going, we gotta hit the goal.
Does this work?
Yeah, I think it works. Sure, it works for me.
Why do you have that beside your computer?
Okay, so. It's kind of like our sunroom and like our glass doors right there to our back patio. And I was outside doing yard work and it rained. So I just brought all my stuff right in the glass door. So it's all just right over there right now.
You know what? I can't believe this, but I have the perfect button for this.
Get the fucking chainsaws ready.
Get the fucking chainsaws ready. You know what? We might get Ricada to get in on this too. I think he probably has a chainsaw. This is unbelievable. But yeah, that's clearly the new river dancing video is going to be with chainsaws.
Can I use a sledgehammer instead?
I don't think we're going to be that picky about it. If you would like to destroy things with a sledgehammer, what we're going to be doing is reenacting a mental breakdown, I guess, that Sarah Nolan had on social media while she was she currently employed as a DFCS worker working on this case?
Yeah, so the video
while she was having this mental breakdown on social media?
The video came a couple of months before. So when Tony brought it to DFCS's attention, suddenly, guys, it got removed off social media, but Tony had saved a copy of it, and then she no longer worked for DFCS. She has multiple
They-
names too.
They got rid of her? They actually got rid of her?
She may have quit, Megan. I don't know the whole story behind it. Maybe she'll tell while testifying.
Sean McMillan does have a YouTube page, but it's spelled S-H-A-W-N. S-H-A-W-N. That's how you spell Sean, as in Sean McMillan. So yes, go see his page. It might also be under Caps and Stems Law. Try that. But I love his channel. All he does is play depositions all day long of deposing these terrible CPS workers, and he wrecks them. I mean, he wrecks them. Oh, thank you, mods. Mods are going to throw his channel in the chat. I should invite Sean on one day to watch with us. I actually just texted him because of the thing that you sent me, Jennifer, that I don't want to go into great detail, but let me just tell you, chat. Let me just tell you. This channel is upsetting the powers that be in these hospitals. And the reason I know this is because Jennifer came across a training for child abuse pediatricians that has my face in it and also Sean McMillan's face in it. It has my channel, a thumbnail from my channel in it, where they're decrying all the bad press they're getting and how bad we are for being one-sided and against these child abuse pediatricians. And I couldn't be prouder. We will be going over that at some point, but I just want to make sure I have the video before they yank it down. So I'm not going to be saying where it is or who did it.
This should be in their training. Write your report as if Megan is making fun of it on live stream.
Yes.
You know what? I volunteer to go to these trainings with these child abuse pediatricians and make fun of them live so they can try to work around me. That would be great. Or I could help train them to say, okay, let me see your report. Now, let me tell you all the things I would say is wrong with this report. Now, write another one so I can't make fun of it. That's a good idea. I would volunteer my time to help these people.
And fix your hair while you're at it, guys. Fix your hair while you're at it.
Yes, I will. I'll give free hair tips all day long about how to show up in court.
It's a file for you. See if you can open it.
All right, excellent. I will do that. Let's get this started. Well, we're moving on to Sarah Nolan, and I will see what I see in my inbox. This should be exciting, folks. Buckle in. But yeah, the Child Abuse Pediatricians of America are pissed off at me. Oh my God. Already we have obviously, if you didn't tell me she was having a mental breakdown, I could already tell you that was happening. The bow, little house on the prairie bow, the size of her head. Jesus, Lou, lady, you are not 12 years old. Why are you in court with a giant bow in the back of your head? Like Laura Ingalls Wilder, what is happening? Oh my, I did not have hair bow on my bingo card. I did not have that.
How could you? Nobody. I've covered, I mean, I watched and covered literal hundreds of trials. This, I believe, is the first bow on a person over the age of 10.
Is she trying to cosplay Nellie from Little House on the Prairie? Is that
would be the appropriate role?
Nellie
Yeah.
What's her name?
Yeah.
Nellie. What's her last name?
Nellie Oleson.
Nellie Oleson. God, she looks like Nellie Oleson. Holy
this is bad. This is real bad. Yeah,
Wow.
definitely mental breakdown.
Definitely mental breakdown. You know,
Yep.
the only thing that would make this better is if she had done her hair in ringlets. That would really have done wonders for this look. Let me see. Let me go down here. Look at this. What if she had done
something.
she needed like, oh, now that's too small. I cannot get the brush width to be the right size and it's driving me crazy. There we go. We need ringlets. That's what we need here. This would be perfect. That would get Nellie. We need a Nellie wig on her. Where are my meme makers? Where are the meme makers? Because we need Nellie's hair on this one. Look at how much better. Look how perfect it is with the ringlet. Look at this. Oh God, I love it. I love it so much. this person is obviously, I'm going to add mental illness to the bingo card because sometimes you can just see it on a person. And that's what we're dealing with here. We're dealing with serious mental problems. And, I think the chainsaw video probably proves it. Look at this hairstyle. Is this great or what? I got to take a screenshot. Hold on. She's going to go on the wall of shame too.
She looks like what's her name? She's like Temu version of Melissa Joan Hart. Who she is. Look at that. Temu Melissa Joan Hart.
Yes. Yep. Oh, we didn't even get 2 words into her examination here because wow, the visual is stunning. This is an adult person who works for the state. There should be a dress code that the state has. They're like, no hair
Actually,
bows.
I think, Megan, she moved to Cary's County area. Yeah, I think she moved to the Timms County area. We found out. Which is
Does she still
crazy.
Does she still work for the state in any capacity? Do we know?
She did the last time that I looked. She was in their jurisdiction. So watch
but
out,
still working
people.
for DFAX?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, no! This is Arrested Development right here. That's what this is.
Didn't you put crazy glasses on the bingo card? Are those crazy
I
glasses?
forgot to put problem glasses on.
That's problem glasses.
But you're right. She is wearing problem glasses. I mean, it's the first sign. Not all problem glasses mean you're a problematic person, but it is a sign. It's my first warning sign. It's like a red flag. If I see problem glasses, I always think, be careful with this one. They probably have a sign out front that says hate has no home here, but they hate the fuck out of you. You know what I mean? That's what I see when I see problem glasses. I'm like, oh, she fucking hates me. Don't use the word. Don't say retard around this one. She'll take you down. It's not always true. It's not always true, but it is lots of the time true. It's like 85% true. So I get my radar out for the crazy radar. I'm making sure I'm looking for the other red flags as soon as I see the problem glasses. Sometimes though, problem glasses are just a kooky person who loves big chunky glasses. Those people are fucking cool. Now those people, like the grandmas that wear the big red glasses and stuff, like those people are just fucking cool. But it is a sign in some people of either mental illness or they're gonna attack
What does
you.
the bow add to these glasses?
Oh, the bow and the glasses together is a done deal. It is a done deal.
Bad.
This person has problems. Period.
Eller, I was.
Where do you currently work?
I work for Gordon County Department of Family and Children Services.
Yeah, that's Cary's County.
And back in June of 2023, did you still work for Gordon County's Department of Family and Children Services?
In June 2023?
Yes.
I just want to say also, I remember when these big bows came out again. This was a very 80s look, and we're going to go into hair talk. Go ahead and check hair talk off your bingo card. But we're in the 80s, we had these giant bows, right? However, I would say that it's definitely a young person look. And when they came back out, my daughters, who were teenagers at the time, bought some and put them in their hair. And I thought, oh, those are really sweet. They're very cute looking. Never once did I, as a grown adult woman, think to myself, I should put that giant bow in my hair. It is obviously for teenagers, tweenagers, and little girls. Like this is a young person thing.
I think that bow is what's from her wedding. And now when she's divorced, she keeps it there because she misses being married.
Well, she destroyed all of his stuff with a chainsaw, so I don't know. Maybe she never takes it off. It's part of the veil. I mean, this could be part of the mental illness. I don't know, but I don't like it. It makes me uncomfortable. Hey, Nick, maybe when we do the video with the chainsaw or the sledgehammer, we could get you a bow like this to put in your hair.
And I need to find big bow.
You'll find them everywhere. They're literally everywhere.
No, I was not. I was in Forsyth County.
We're
And
all
how
going to have to wear a giant bow, so ladies, start looking for them.
long have you worked for Department of Family and Children Services?
5 years.
And what is your position there?
I'm a family preservation case manager.
We are checking off hair talk and bad hair because both of those things are true. Both of those things are true. I mean, she didn't even do the basic, like to actually, if you're going to wear a bow, shouldn't the front of your hair be somewhat neat and pulled back? But somehow she just slapped a bow on the back of her head and it's still like straggly down the sides of her face. I don't understand this look at all. I don't get it. There's no purpose for the bow. The bow is just hanging onto the back of her head while the sides are not kept up at all. Sorry.
There's
I'm
so many
distracted
options
by
on
this bow.
Timu. It's
So many options.
You should get a rainbow bow.
My daughters have tons of bows. I'm not even going to have to go shopping. They have tons of them. Just, although I may have to go even bigger. I may have to make my own because this thing is so big. I'm not even sure we have one that size. I need one that takes up the whole back of my head. Oh, this is
can
going to be
I,
epic.
you know, these big bows that are usually on the back of dresses, just to accentuate.
Oh,
Because
yes.
those are really large.
Those are really large. That is true. Mods, please drop the Hernandez fundraiser in the chat because we got to get that going so we can hit a goal and make this video because it's going to be hysterical. You want to see it.
And was
Trust
that your
me.
position with Forsyth County as well?
It was.
And what do you do as a family preservation case manager?
Oh, I missed a couple of super tips and I don't want to do that because I always promise people I will play them when you send them. SF, thanks for the 657. Wait a minute. I got to check OBS, make sure I didn't do something wrong. Yep. Okay. It looks like everything is set up right. All right. Let's hope that this works. Why do I look so pink today? I look very pink. I don't know why. SF, thanks for the 657.
These hospitals could stop being shithead clusterfucks, and maybe they wouldn't have to worry about the big, bad, medium, smart Megan Fox. Also, they flagged this for hate speech. When I made clusterfucks 2 words, they are already censoring this app.
Oh, no. Hate speech? That's weird. I don't have any sense.
How is making it 2 words worse than
I don't
one
know.
word?
I don't know, but I can email Melvin about that and find out maybe, or Melton, and see if he knows about that. SF, thanks for the 5.
Phrasing, flux, also trimming the bushes, mine grown wild and often need maintenance. Do you have any tips or tricks to share with the class? Love you guys.
Just
Coming
the
from-
hedge trimmer.
Coming from Nana Mary, I mean, she is the queen of trimming the bushes so that her neighbor doesn't run into them continually. So that's because her neighbor keeps running into her bush. And so it's a whole thing.
You can't have your neighbors running into your bush.
You can't. It's a problem, especially,
Yeah.
it brings up issues of consent, all kinds of problems. She didn't consent for the neighbor to run into her bush. It sounds like a problem, Mary, and we're here for you. I just want you to know we're here for you, Mary.
I do ongoing case management services.
And what is that?
And then we do on-call work as well. It is, it's still hard on the CPS side of feedbacks. It is when a case doesn't quite meet foster care, but it
Oh,
needs,
God, thank God someone
ongoing
fixed the
services,
microphone.
And so it can't quite close out. So we provide an ongoing side of services for 90 days, sometimes longer or less. We connect family
folks.
with resources.
Oh, no. I just went over the Hernandez legal fund. It is at $0. No, we're not going any further until it is not at $0 anymore. There's nope. It's no, this can't be. You guys want to see a new video, right? With a hilarious song and Nick with a chainsaw or a sledgehammer destroying things and the rest of us wearing these ridiculous bows, don't you? We have to help these people out. There's no excuse for this. It should not be at $0. So I know you guys can do better. I guess we'll just sit here and
will I have to debraid to bow up, or can I braid to bow? No, I have to debraid to bow.
Well, I mean, technically, you could do a braided up do to hold with the bow to hold it.
You know,
But I
I'm
think it
pretty
would be
sure
better to unbraid.
I'm pretty sure I could make a bow with my hair.
You could. I bet you could. Holy cow. You know what? You got to do that. You got to take half of your hair, tease the crap out of it, and make a bow to hold up the other half. It'll be hilarious. You could tie it right now in a bow.
I'm trying to tie it right now in a quick little bow. See if I can get it. It's long enough. You can't. I don't know how. It's gonna look terrible, but I've got.
You did it. Wait, turn around. Turn around. That was hilarious.
It fell out, but once I
make
get
you
it
bigger.
all.
I don't know why. I can't embiggen you. Why can't? There we go. Perfect.
See, I gotta put more product in it, but I can make a bow.
You can make a bow work. I just saw a video of a guy making the craziest shapes out of hair, using like just teasing the crap out of it and then like putting tons of stuff in it to make it do whatever. But it's still at $0. We can't have this. It can't be at $0, guys. Don't send me any more super chats. Go over and give to the Hernandez family for what they've been through, because it's outrageous, absolutely outrageous what they've been through. And I know I want to make this new video. Look at the bow in the front. Now she's got
There we go. Oh, hold on. I have to retie it. It's coming out.
This is great. This is fantastic.
It's almost like a bow tie, but not really.
I love it. All right, guys, I'm just going to make you watch Flux tying her hair into a bow until we get some donations over to the Hernandez family fund, because this is terrible that it's at $0. We can't have this. This can't be. So we'll just watch Flux play with her hair for a while.
Ooh, I could try different knots and different bows.
You could.
We could try different.
Megan,
like
will we also be using a chainsaw? Like if we get to a certain goal,
Yes.
do we get to use a chainsaw while wearing a bow and either
Yes.
destroy or create something?
Yes, that's the point. Yes.
Dude, that's so much better.
Yes.
What is
Nick.
happening? What is happening right now?
Oh Lord.
This is amazing. You're muted. Muted Boomer has been called.
Oh, no.
Muted Boomer on the bingo card has been called. All right.
Nick, I feel like you can create something with a chainsaw. You know how like people like shape bears and it's really popular here in Georgia. I feel like you could do that for your video portion.
No, my cousin's husband does that, and he is absolutely amazing. He does bears, eagles, and stuff like that. Me with a chainsaw, it's more destruction. And
that's okay.
This tree is in my way.
All right. We've got a $50 donation. Excellent. Thank you so much, chat. This is great. Yeah, go directly to the Hernandez family fundraiser. Send your chats and tips over there, and they really will appreciate it. And we will now stop withholding the trial from you. I will go back to the trial, and you have been punished enough. And now we get to watch this amazing crazy lady testify.
This is outside in the community. It can be mental health services, it can be ABA services if there is a child in the family that has autism, and then it can be substance abuse services, domestic violence help, getting family with stable housing, or just any type of services they need that would help a family get to a place of stability, reduce the risk of maltreatment in the home, and reduce that risk of endangerment for a child or children.
Okay, and then you also said that another thing that you do is on-call services?
We do on-call work, which is from 4 p.m. to 8 a.m. We will rotate out on-call, which is the investigation side where
Okay, I'm sorry. The memes are.
Oh my God.
This is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my whole life. Oh my God.
Wait a
Yes.
minute, wait a minute. How did she become more masculine with that hair?
She does look more like a tranny with this hair. I don't know why. That is strange. That is strange. It should be more feminizing, but it doesn't. It makes her look like a man in a wig. I'm not sure why. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is a bad pause face. I like it. Check off bad pause face. That's fun.
Also, yeah, I am noticing how terrible her shirt is too.
Yeah, like the floral little flouncy shoulders. Like what she is dressed to go on a play date. Like she was she was 6. She looks like a 6-year-old. It's
Maybe
very weird.
maybe she has one of these baby fetishes.
Oh
Ew.
God, please. I hope not.
Ew.
Now I'm going to try and forget you said that.
in cases that are immediate or need a 24-hour.
I think we can check Nick to demonetize his stream now. Yep. Nick demonetizes the stream. Has been called.
Attention, we will respond to those cases as well.
And on June 6, 2023, do you recall being involved in a case involving child Emma Hernandez?
I do.
And what capacity were you working on that case?
I was the on-call worker.
Okay. And when you received the call, I guess, let me go back, who would you have received the call from, or how would you have been alerted about this?
I would have been alerted from the supervisor or administrator that was the on-call with me. And that particular case, it was Ashley
Also,
Smith.
I just have to say it because it's distracting me really badly. Is that a
Yeah.
birthmark or a knot on her noggin?
God, are we doing another Gorbachev? That is, I don't know. I mean, I guess it could be either. It could be.
Because I feel like she is the type of person to run into something.
Maybe she bent down too fast today in the bathroom and hit her head
Yeah, she
on
had
the
to put
counter.
the bow on and she accidentally injured herself.
Maybe she's cosplaying an abused child.
Ah.
That would make sense.
I mean, she is dressed like a 6-year-old, and now she's got a big effing bruise on her forehead. So
Yeah. Did you get that by accident or was it abuse?
I think someone should call the investigators and have her make sure that she's not being abused at home. Maybe it was a chainsaw incident. I don't know.
The on-call case manager at the time, what did you do?
I staffed the case. I was given the details from Ashley Smith of what was going on, and I was told to report to CHOA or Scottish Rite in Atlanta and meet with the detectives and then follow their lead, where at that point I would also meet with the parents and the victim child, Emma.
Okay, so you went to CHOA
I did.
and you met the parents
I did.
and you also met Emma?
I did.
And is starting with meeting the parents. What did you ask how Emma sustained these injuries?
Not really at that time because I had to follow detectives' leads, and the detectives were the ones who were interviewing the parents at that time.
Okay.
And then I would just
Oh,
ask,
it will be so
intermittent
interesting to hear from the
questions,
officers.
as
Oh,
the
right.
detectives also
They
asked
never
me
called them.
We don't get to. Yeah, we don't get to. We don't get to hear from them.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Were you in the same room when those questions were being asked?
I was.
Okay, so when those questions were being asked, or I guess let me rephrase that. Did the detectives ask how these injuries occurred?
They did.
Okay, and what
Whoa.
were their responses?
Chat. $315 has already come into the Hernandez family fundraiser. You
Nice.
are amazing. That was so fast. You guys are the best. You make me so proud. And we got to get a goal. Talk to the Hernandezes, set a goal so that we can work towards this new video because it is going to be fun. And I'm sure we could get Ryan involved. I'm sure we can get Spike involved. I have a feeling Spike could wield a chainsaw. I feel like that could happen. So make sure that you guys keep on share it out too. Share it to your social media. Share it out so that people see that it's a need and it's something that we're doing for charity and for fun. And this is going to go to help the Hernandezes pay their legal fees, which are significant. But thank you, chat. You're so awesome. They're saying that they did it so that they don't have to listen to any more hair tips. Well, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes, chat.
Mom was interviewed first. And
let me stop you right there. You said mom was interviewed first. Were they interviewed separately?
They were.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and she lied about this too.
Yes.
This is,
okay.
I hope, remember I wasn't in the room, so I'm hoping it's all going to come to play of how they sneakily called Tuckey out in the middle of the night to hide from Matt and to keep her separated from Matt. They lied to Tuckey and told her they had a breastfeeding question to come and interrogate her without a translator. So I hope to God that comes up.
So they had mom in the interview room first and left dad with Emma. And mom was just saying that, she was, that Aria, the 3-year-old, would sometimes jump on the couch and jump on the bed. And it was possible that maybe she fell on her while her diaper was being changed. But she couldn't recall a time that Emma could have been dropped. She also said that Aria was not ever left alone with Emma. And
Is it,
they
or do you think
really,
that if they ever said, yes, we left the baby alone with Aria, they'd be charged with child abuse anyway? They'd say they were neglecting her.
Yeah.
Exactly.
There's no right answer.
No.
Yeah.
If in a
wasn't really
situation
much
like
of an
this,
explanation
call,
as to how she could have
call a
gotten
lawyer. Call
Yeah.
a lawyer.
And nobody knows to do that, though. I mean, people don't think they're about to be accused of horrific crimes. They just don't. And so they talk to the doctors because they think, I'm helping my baby. I'm trying to get to the bottom of what's wrong with my baby.
Scared for their yeah, but
This
everyone
is why
listening.
I believe the second parents are under suspicion of child abuse, they need to be Mirandized so that they know that they are under investigation, and anything they might say can and will be used against them in a court of law. They should have to be told that so that they know, oh, it's time to call a lawyer, because almost nobody calls a lawyer when they need one because they don't know they're under investigation.
Yeah.
Those injuries other than that little bit.
And then what did the dad say?
Dad said that Emma liked to jump up and down on the couch and sofa.
I'm sorry, Emma or Aria?
I'm sorry. It's been a long time since I've worked this or even saw this case.
Oh, again.
With Aria, the 3-year-old. Liked to jump up and down on the couch, and it was possible that maybe she fell. But he couldn't remember a time that Emma could have fallen out of her bassinet or the car seat. He said for the bruising behind her ear, that he could have put that there when he was helping the mom put nasal drops in her nose. For the bruising.
Why wasn't that a plausible explanation other
That's
than...
That's the thing, is the very first day, like getting in the hospital, they didn't know. They had no clue. As time went on, you'll find out Tony and Took were there with a camping trip where Emma's leg actually got stuck in the car seat in a really weird way. She wasn't crying, but when they got her out, they noticed it. So they did give things that they thought. Remember Matt with the bicycle for Emma's gas?
Right.
But
So there were explanations, but they keep on saying there's no plausible other explanation. Well, what do you call that?
Around the stomach, that maybe the car seat buckle did that because it was too tight. And then once they adjusted the car seat buckle, the bruising around the belly stopped. For the leg, the right leg, they did a some leg stretches with her, and would pull the leg in an inward, outward position, do butterfly stretches with it, and maybe that could have caused the injuries to the leg.
And did either of them say who took care of Emma?
Mom was the primary caretaker since she was a stay-at-home mom. And then Dad worked full-time at Ponce de Leon Guitar Shop. But he was off 3 days a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Sundays, I believe. And he was home on those days and was able to take care of Emma those days.
And did he indicate to you that those were the days that he would have been alone?
Yes. Mom did Amazon, like an Amazon packaging or delivery business from her home. And so on those days were the days that she really got to focus on that business.
Did I want to go back to the leg injury? Did the dad ever mention anything about a torn muscle?
He did.
Okay, and can you tell us more about that?
Do you mind if I refer to my notes for a second?
Yes.
Your Honor, I would just ask that if she's referring to any notes, that we have a copy of any notes. We of course have copies of reports, but if there are any individual notes made by the caseworker, I don't know if we have.
It is the log of contact narratives that was provided in discovery.
Okay, so if it's just what's already been provided, so we have no objection to the witness refreshing her recollection.
Right. Man, to that end, I'll let you read it to yourself, and then if that refreshes your memory, then you can testify. I don't want you to read from it. I don't want you to just look back at it and see something and then just keep reading from it.
Okay.
There's a difference, okay? Okay.
Good call from
Okay,
Judge.
see if it refreshes your memory.
That he
All
did
you have to
that.
do is say yes or no, then you can.
Without the defense pointing it out. Also says he's seen that a lot.
Yeah.
Good question.
And she actually reads it.
Can you direct me on the page where the torn muscle is being mentioned at? So I'm not like reading the whole entire page.
It's page 2.
Okay.
Should I have a polka dot hair bow?
I was noticing it that it had polka dots too, and I'm like,
yes.
I remember having one of those in the 90s when I was 5.
All right.
Yes, he mentions torn muscle.
Okay. All right, so let me go back and ask. As to the swollen leg, did the dad have a possible explanation for why he believed it was swollen?
They have an active 3-year-old.
Okay. Tell us about the torn muscle.
There's no bruising. There's nothing to indicate that Emma's not crying about it.
Well, let me go back. What was the dad saying about the torn muscle?
I mean, he doesn't say much about it. He thought it was a torn muscle.
He asked. He never said.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he says a torn muscle.
When they were asking them to come up with a freaking plausible reason for these injuries, these poor people, I know this family now. I spend a lot of time with these people. They are normal, everyday people, and they are put up against a wall. You start coming up with all kinds of questions. I think Matt even asked, could it have been a bug bite? Like, they are asking so many questions to why their daughter's leg is swollen. all they know is what they see with their eyes. They don't know. But here it's like the state is trying to make it act like Matt said, oh, I bet it's a torn muscle. He never made that statement.
Yeah, he's just trying to. They're asking him, what could this be? And he's trying to come up with explanations. Of course, you're going to, whatever. Why couldn't it be a torn muscle? Why? I mean, I think the buckle in the being too tight in those stupid car seats is definitely, oh my God, I pinched one of my kids' thighs in a car seat
I did
once.
too.
I mean, and that'll cause a bruise. You know, those car seats are tough. But yeah, I mean, he gave lots of plausible explanations of how this could have accidentally happened, and yet they continue to say non-accidental abuse.
I mean, that's all it is. He thinks it's a torn muscle.
He thought it was a torn muscle.
Yes.
He suggested, could it be?
Yes, he asked. God, so infuriating.
I'm surprised. I mean, I guess Catherine can't object, but I mean, can this woman just say what Matt said to her with no record of it? Is it written in a report somewhere?
It's in the report she's reading, yeah. But I'm sure Catherine and Steve are going to hit on this. I would hope to God they are.
Okay.
Yeah. By the way, I have to wait to order the things until my birthday stream because I need a $30 minimum for free shipping.
Oh my. Okay.
So,
well, that shouldn't be hard. We have time. It's going to take us a while to get through this this case. There's a lot.
Did you personally observe the child?
I did.
Okay. And when you made a personal observation of the child, what if anything did you notice?
When she was being handled, her right leg, she kept still basically, she kept it up in an inward position. She wouldn't move it like she was her left leg.
Inward position. I thought she said inward position. I was wondering, how the fuck do you do that?
The onesie so that I could observe her. The leg, let me go back to the leg. The leg was definitely swollen. It was obvious. And then
tell that to
it wasn't
the pediatrician.
obvious. That's funny because it wasn't obvious to the pediatrician.
That's right.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake. I'm calling for fuck's sake. Wow.
Messed with that. She cried the more it was handled. And then when the onesie was taken off so that I could observe her, she definitely cried. She did not want anything near the ribs being touched. She cried to the point where
She's
like
making
tears
shit
just
up.
poured down her little face.
And even if it's a stranger.
Yeah.
And you're taking her clothes off in a cold hospital.
Is she making shit up? Because she's making shit up, chat. Go ahead and check off making shit up on the bingo card. A quick rundown of what we've already called on the bingo card today would be, get my glasses. Lazy investigator, muted boomer, they're making shit up, for fuck's sake, baby stealer, Nick demonetizes the stream, Mr. Jingles attacks, bad pause face, vocal fry, what do you do here? Hair talk, objection, bad hair, what a bitch, inappropriate, loving parents, and Spider-Man meme. So, hope you're caught up. Those are all of the squares we have already checked off today.
As far as her head went, she had no problem moving her head. She kept her upper body stiff, leg stiff, the left leg.
You were holding her, bitch.
That was my observation.
Okay, is it safe to say that the chat hates witness? I feel like we could check that one off here too. Does everyone hate the witness? I do.
Yes, very much so.
I'm asking the
chat.
We
could put a poll in the chat.
That's true. All right, I'll do that.
That's always a fun one.
After speaking with the parents, what did you do?
We safety planned Aria to the aunt and uncle that night and had no unsupervised contact with the parents.
And what is a safety plan?
The safety plan is just a contract agreement between the department and the parents stating that they are agreeing in that moment to the agreement that we're asking.
It's coercion, so never sign it. Don't sign it.
Or the children safe.
I was gonna say, where's the
while we
agreement?
work that investigation.
Do we get to see that in this kit? Do they get to bring that up?
I have a copy of it. It's really ridiculous.
I'm sure it's terrible.
Was there a concern for the children's safety at that point? What?
There was, due to the condition of Emma.
And after
We have a bingo in the chat. It is Swan Lake Lady. Swan Lake Lady, it's your lucky day because if you email me, meganfox.writer@protonmail.com, I will send you a little bingo prize. So email me with your address and I will send you a bingo prize from the merch store. Email me with your address and if you prefer stickers or mugs, and I will send you something from the chat. Y'all can go ahead and regenerate your bingo cards now because bingo has been called. You can either regenerate them or you can go for a different type of bingo. Should we go for an X? Let's go for an X shape.
I'm nowhere close to any bingo, so anything will help.
children were, like I said, you said that Ari was initially placed. Was Emma ever placed with the aunt and uncle as well?
At that time, no, because she was in the hospital.
And then after that point, did you have any involvement in this case?
There was a little bit involvement with the uncle and aunt. I still had to do a home assessment of the uncle and aunt's home.
Okay. And during the home visit or home assessment, what are you doing?
I am checking for safety concerns in the home. I'm looking for sleep conditions, making sure the home has electricity, food, there's not any pests and stuff like that.
Okay. Were there any concerns about the aunt and uncle's home at the time?
There was no concerns.
Okay. And were any other concerns raised by aunt and uncle?
Later, after custody had been taken, and the case had been transferred over to foster care, the uncle did call me because he could not get in touch with the case manager. Bruising had occurred on both Emma's feet and a leg. I cannot recall which leg. And he was asking for advice on how to handle it. And I advised him at that time to take her to CHOA to have her checked out. And then I stated I would, get in touch with the case manager and her supervisor at that time.
And then I also want to go back during the course of your contact with the parents and the aunt and uncle, was Emma's feeding ever addressed?
Her feeding was addressed, as well as I did a home assessment as well of mom and dad.
All right, Locals chat has fired up, shall we say. Locals has entered the conversation.
Oh my gosh.
Locals chat has entered. Who did this? It was it Rogue Mama? Here's another one. Look at this one.
I don't know AI and anything, but everybody, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the final dance he does. If anybody has the possibility to do that with that, I mean, it would be.
Oh, you guys, I love this chat so much. I can't even tell you. You guys crack me up so much. This is not a show without you. Without you, this show would not be funny at all. I am not funny. It is the chat that is funny. The chat brings the fire. The fire. I love it so much. Oh my gosh. Rogue, you crack me up. I still got to go to my email and check for the video you sent me. Should we play it? We should probably play it because I bet it's hilarious. So for those of you who are wondering why this witness is wielding a chainsaw, apparently Miss Sarah Nolan here had some sort of mental breakdown on social media where she cut up her significant other's furniture with a chainsaw. Yes, a chainsaw. Okay, well, you sent me a bunch of stuff. Which one?
At least she didn't cut him up with the chainsaw.
Yes. I sent you the video and then like a screenshot so you could see the words that she posted.
Oh, I got it. Are you guys ready? Oh boy. Okay, is everybody ready for Sarah Nolan having a freak out on social? The social worker, the DCF investigator on the Hernandez case. This is who she is on social media.
Hello, people. It's been a minute. I have not done anything in a while that I've wanted to do, such as woodworking, painting, or quilting. Because you know what? Life happened. Shit happened. And yeah, I can cuss because it's my video, my post.
I like that she's admitted she posted this publicly.
Yes. I have completed. Oops, sorry. All of that back there is wood that I have deconstructed from pallets. This is a shelf the ex made that hung in two houses.
This is so cringe. This is so hard to watch. I'm having a really difficult time with the secondhand embarrassment.
It's being.
I feel like I need to find her YouTube channel.
Focused into many paintings of stuff that I will either give out to
Truck,
people,
car, and boat.
What?
Now look at the driveway. One truck, one normal car, and that
And a
back
boat.
in the left, and a boat.
She's doing quite well for herself.
Yeah, and she still looks like white trash.
Yeah.
or sell paintings of animals.
She looks better as a redhead than a blonde.
This is a much better hairstyle on her.
And then those poles back there, wood poles, used to hang.
Her ex has probably spent tens, if not more, tens of hours, hundreds of hours making shit for her, and now
many photographs of my past, my children and my ex and I together, and a family photo. It had a little bird nest on it and bird eggs and all these little pretty flowers that hung in. And it stood up in a corner of a house, 2 houses. Not anymore.
She destroyed pictures of her children?
That's what I heard.
Jesus.
What? Ma'am, get some help.
Will now be cut into little tiny rings for coasters, ornaments.
She's turning family photos into coasters. God, I feel sorry for her children.
Memories for other people and other people's homes, not mine.
She's taking photos of her children out of her
I guess
home
she gifted them
and gave them to other people for their home. What?
Instead of throwing out, I am recycling, and it feels good. There you have it.
You are not healthy, woman.
Seller. Good day.
Okay, that was the creepiest that I ever saw.
And you need
I
to
was
read the screenshot, the text that goes with that. She posted like it's not super long, but it's in October of 2022. And
All right,
remember,
hold
this
on.
is in June of 2023. It's weird.
What's her name?
Sarah Nolan.
She's Sarah Schaefer, and then it was Sarah Eller, and now it's Sarah Nolan. So
Okay,
don't know.
I have the post. Oh boy. Okay. Wow. Wow. This is a lot. Okay. Here we go. So you all wanted an update on me and my mental health. Some of my dear friends know my struggles and the dark places I have been in lately. I still have lots of mountains to conquer as a result of this injury. People confuse outside looks with "wow, you are better" and think I'm back to normal, but reality is I'm not. A brain injury. What? She has a brain injury?
Brain injury, mental health problems, and she is evaluating children. She should be nowhere near kids.
What?
She knows she shouldn't. She's about to say that in this post.
A
that she
brain
doesn't
injury
belong.
bad as mine leaves long-lasting effects on a person and requires years of medical rehabilitation. I rushed and was rushed too soon to come back into the world of normal people, and I have failed. I see I should not have went to work when I did, because by doing so, I have put myself into a deeper state of depression and resentment to others. This is my battle. Here is the video I did a while back before my shelves were complete that helped me work through some of my depression. What?
And this is posted October 3rd, 2023.
2022. So not even 1 year before she rips the family apart. And she admittedly says, I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing.
Jesus.
This is crazy. This is insane. How do
we laugh, but it's terrible. This woman helped destroy the Hernandez family, and when it was brought to the department, the Division of Family and Children Services attention, they had her removed.
No. And this
That's all
look
they did.
here is what this woman's feel. This makes me look professional in front of a jury in a court proceeding.
And it's clearly, this is not a stable person who got dressed like this in the morning. Like, she's still not stable. She's still not in a stable place. A stable adult does not dress like this for court. This is someone cosplaying some kind of childhood fantasy. This is not a normal person. And seems to be admitting that like she's not in a good place. Sorry for her, but she needs to get therapy and stay the hell away from DFACs, and she should not be given any power over anything, including animals, small children, decisions.
And folks, for you who don't know, I do labor and employment law, which includes when people get back to work. Her boss, who knew all of this, had her back to work, assessing children, knowing brain injury, knowing about depression, knowing about mental instability.
Wow. And put her in charge of families.
The boss put her in charge of assessing families.
I also think a woman who can't keep pictures of her own children in her house should not be assessing anybody else's children or in charge of anybody else's children. If you don't have a decent relationship with your children, why are you the judge of anybody else's? Why? I'm shocked and horrified by this.
Okay. But feeding was addressed as well. There was concern because Emma was a solely breastfed baby. How was she going to be fed? That was a main concern, and as it should be. I had to, and I went to the administrator and supervisor, like, how, this is a concern. How is she going to? I don't believe a baby should be forced to go on formula if she is a strictly breastfed baby. So how are we going to address this and handle this? And so I was advised to have mom to tell the parents to pump. And then when it was unsupervised contact at that time, mom could still come to the aunt and uncle's home and pump and drop off breast milk and all that at that time. But once Emma was brought into foster care, it became unsupervised contacts or no. I don't remember how her.
It became
visitation
zero
came at that point,
contact, Sarah.
'cause I wasn't
Zero
involved.
contact.
But it
Wow.
Zero
became, she had to
contact.
pump, and then the breast milk was picked up by somebody and then stored in a freezer and then brought to Emma. So Emma was getting her mother's milk.
Oh, and it's during the course of
Prosecutor forget what she was doing.
asking questions of the
I don't think she was
mom
listening.
and dad were able to determine what county they lived in.
Forsyth County.
Nothing further. Thank you.
Oh, this is not going to go well for her. Oh my God.
Not
I was
even a
about
little
ready to
bit.
give up. I was about ready to give up for today because my butt hurts. But we are now on cross. I thought we were going to have to wait a long time before we got to cross. And this woman, I'm in it. I'm in it now. Okay, but I need a pee break.
I do have to leave. One of my
You have to
classes
leave?
got dropped. One of my classes got dropped, so I do have to call the school again. So I do have
Are you
to
going to come
peace
back?
out.
Are you going to come
I
back?
I don't know if they want to talk to me for 6 years. I don't know, but I
don't
will.
know. All right. Well, we have a problem because tomorrow, I don't think I can do this tomorrow because I have a bazillion appointments that are all over the day. And unless we do it in the morning, does anybody object to morning time?
Depends.
No. I can do it
Time
later.
of morning. Not before 9 a.m. your time.
Yeah, I was thinking 9 actually.
Yeah, I'll be home by then because that is
Okay.
3 p.m. my time.
Okay. Well, I'll get with you guys afterwards. I'll make sure that we discuss this. If it isn't tomorrow morning, then we'll skip tomorrow and pick it up on
Now,
Wednesday.
if Megs doesn't, because I'm a few witnesses behind on my channel. So
Right.
if Megs
You are.
isn't, you can join my channel and watch. I think I'm up to, what's her name? Chandelier? No, I'm just past opening statements. So
Oh, wonderful.
Oh,
Okay.
so Turtle Woman.
Turtle Woman. Yeah, Turtle Woman. So you can
Right.
watch me for an hour straight mocking Turtle Woman tomorrow. If Megs doesn't have a stream, I will do
Yeah,
a
I'm
stream
probably
later in the day.
It's going to have to either be morning or it's going to be not tomorrow because
On
I've got
Wednesday,
too
Megan,
much
I'm
to
going to
do.
be in trial all day on Wednesday for that
Right.
County family.
Okay. Well,
So
we
I'm
will
free
miss
Thursday,
you on
Friday,
Wednesday.
and I'm
Peter.
free anytime tomorrow.
All right, cool. All right. All right. Well, Flux, we'll let you nope out. Meanwhile, I'm going to play the P song because I have to go. And then I will be back because I do want to see at least some of this cross. We will not get through the entire thing, but I kind of want to see where it's going because I'm too excited to. I can't end it on the prosecution side. I just can't do that. To me, that's like a big letdown. And we waited this long. We need to have some kind of relief, right?
It gets good at cross. That's
I would like. My
Yeah.
first question would be, ma'am, did you dress yourself today?
You're gonna
Dress
say
you
that.
today. And may I ask, what was the reasoning that you had in your head for choosing that particular hair bow? Please explain to the court. Do you have any mental issues that would preclude you from dressing like an adult? Wow. It's a problem. It's a real problem. I can't find my pee video. Why do I always have this? Why is this always a problem for me? God, I can't see this. There it is. Okay. All right. All right. We will be back in like 4 minutes. Do not leave. The stream is not ending. We are coming back. We're just taking a 3-minute pee and coffee break. In fact, I think I have yep, here we go. Don't leave. Show us on coffee break. There we go. Where is it? Damn it. Is it not playing?
It's thinking.
It's thinking.
It's the world of doom.
Good Lord. I really hate it. Here we go. Now it's going to work. Okay,
Sipping
we'll be back.
coffee like it's her middle name. A whiskey splash in her chai tea brew. But now she's squirming, doesn't know what to do. The chat is lit, emojis abound, but her legs are shaking, she feels the countdown. She's got a crowd watching her sway. Nature's call says she can't stay. BRB, gotta fly to the throne. Bathroom break, it's a live stream zone. Don't pause the stream, don't shut it down. She'll be back, serving slay in this virtual town. She's a queen with a mug in hand, one espresso shot and she's taking a stand. But the coffee train has come full stop. It's an awkward dance, she's got a hop. The comments roll, where'd you go? Someone says, guess the drinks did flow. The struggle's real, the time is near. Even YouTubers have bathrooms, dear. BRB, gotta fly to the throne. Bathroom break, it's a live stream zone. Don't pause the stream, don't shut it down. She'll be back, serving slay in this virtual town. Gotta fly to the throne. Bathroom break, it's a live stream zone. Don't pause the stream, don't shut it down. She'll be back, serving slay in this virtual town.
All right, we're back. We're back. And I got my bathroom break taken care of. I got my water filled up. And we are going to go back to what is on this woman. Okay, Cross of Sarah Nolan, or Nellie Oleson, as we've come to know her.
So you have been working with DFCS for about 5 years, you said?
Yes.
Okay. What were you doing before then?
I was in college before that, and then stay-at-home mom.
And so about how many of these removal cases do you think that you've worked?
Fundraisers up to $325. Thank you, chat.
How many removals of work?
Do you have like a ballpark estimate?
I don't. It's.
I made myself a little charcuterie board.
You made what? Oh, Nick's meat plate. Check it off. Nick's meat plate is has been called on the bingo card.
Smoked salami, aged English cheddar, and Gouda.
Perfect. I love it. Excellent.
Removals I've done.
So
wait a minute.
They're not.
What did she just say? Do you have a ballpark estimate of how many removals? Okay. She doesn't even know. She hasn't kept track.
I mean, I don't keep a tally of how many removals I've worked.
She doesn't keep track of how many removals.
It's so
she's
many,
done.
she lost count.
She lost count. So many she lost count. Wow. Witch sighting. I'm calling it now. Witch sighting. She's taken so many children from their parents. She can't remember how many. We definitely have a witch sighting. Yep. And I've got a sound effect for that in here somewhere. Let's see. Here it is. Witch sighting. We've got baby stealer was already called, and now we have witch sighting. Yep. They take the babies from the parents, and they've taken so many. They can't even tell you how many.
Give us a ballpark estimate.
I don't. I'm sorry, I don't keep up with the removals I've done. So they're not fun. Removals are not fun. It's not something I like to count.
What?
That I, keep a tally on.
But you do keep records, do you not?
Yeah.
Shouldn't you be able to look this information up?
Well, so have you testified in any other proceedings involving the Hernandez family and Emma Hernandez?
No.
You should have asked, is it more than 100?
She
is
never.
it more than 1,000?
Yeah, you should. She should have asked that.
Just have her keep saying, I don't remember.
I don't remember. Yeah, she should have done that. I like it when they do that. Well, is it between 1 and 10, 10 and 20, right. 20 and 50, 50 and 100, like 100 and 500? Like, can you give me a ballpark? I mean, you must know some.
In a normal year, how many a week?
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, I would have liked to have heard more on that. Definitely.
So you did your initial visit with Emma on, was it June 6th you saw it?
Yes.
Okay. And where was
wait a minute,
Emma?
Jennifer, she just said she did not testify in any other proceedings about the Hernandez family. They didn't call her in the juvenile court?
Nope. Dr. Pena is the only one.
I know you keep saying that, and I know that I should register that, but I still find it very difficult to believe that the DFCS didn't call their own their own investigator.
They did. They called Satan Jr., which is Ashley Smith, and that's the DFCS. It's this woman is.
I don't know, Satan Jr. You're gonna have to.
You won't see her in this trial. Sadly, she does not testify in this trial, but she did testify in the juvenile trial. She's as hateful as they come.
Okay.
When you were visiting with her?
She was a Scottish Rite.
Okay. And was that the emergency department, or had she been moved to another part of the hospital?
She'd already been moved to the admitted.
So she'd been admitted to the hospital. And so what information did you have about the situation? Like, what information were you given when you got the call to go down to Scottish Rite to visit with them?
I'd already been given the extent of the broken bones and the injuries.
Okay. And who had given you this information?
We have been given that information from the intake, our central intake line.
Okay, so so when somebody fills out the report and sends it in?
Correct.
That's what you're talking about?
Yes.
So this would have been a report from Abby Rising that was made from Scottish Rite Hospital?
I don't remember who made the report.
Okay. Well, so did you talk to anybody on the phone about this, or did you just receive a form?
I did not receive any forms. I was called by Ashley Smith and told to go to, and then I received a report.
She started to tweak on the stand.
Okay. And so
that's the wiggle wiggle. That's the
wiggle itch cough.
It is.
Wiggle itch cough has now been called. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's Jennifer watches her children when they lie to her, and they often wiggle around and they itch and they cough and they make, and so do these people on the stand. It's uncanny. It's one of my favorite new observations in court on witnesses, Jennifer, is the wiggle itch cough. It's very telling. Let's go back and see her wiggle itch cough.
By Ashley Smith and told to go to
blink rate anomaly too. Blink rate anomaly also.
It all goes together.
Yes, look at this.
And then I received the report in my inbox.
Okay.
She's all over the place.
Whose report did you receive?
I received the intake report from Ashley, which had already been generated to the DFCS report.
Okay, so So there's the report that comes in from the initial outcry, and that was from Abby Rising in this case. And then that goes to a different stage of intake with Ashley Smith.
It's transferred over to an investigation report.
Okay, so what did you see as your responsibility in this situation?
My responsibility was to go and meet the family, the parents and the child. And then once that response time was met, it transfers over to the investigations team to finish out what needs to be done. In this case, that didn't happen because the child came into custody.
Wait, what?
Or those children came into custody.
Okay, so I guess my question is, are
All right, let's hear that again.
What a strange sentence to
once
say.
that response time was met, it transfers over to the investigations team to finish out what needs to be done. In this case, that didn't happen because
False
the
what?
child came into custody.
What false
False
what? What was
what?
she gonna say? What was she gonna say? She caught herself.
know.
She caught herself.
Oh,
She said there's false what?
And she just admitted there was no investigation. She literally said, in this case, that wasn't done because of false what? False
And then
abuse
she
charges?
stopped herself. She stopped herself. I have to hear that again. Wait, I have to go back. All right.
The family, the parents and the child.
My responsibility was to go and meet the family, the parents, and the child, okay?
And then once that response time was met, it transfers over to the investigations team to finish out what needs to be done.
And who's that? Who's that? Who's the investigations team? I thought
Does
she was the
mean PFAX
investigator.
investigator, or does
I have
she
no idea.
mean
She
law
doesn't. She didn't
enforcement?
say. She didn't specify.
In this case, that didn't happen because
Ooh, this was almost an Amber Heard moment. She almost put her hands on her face
no.
after
She
she said
literally,
false.
she
went
literally took
like
the word
this.
and put it back in her mouth.
Back in her mouth. Yes. Did you? That this is unbelievable.
the investigations team to finish out what needs to be done. In this case, that didn't happen because
Oh,
Wow.
she's lying, and she
Oh, yeah.
knows she's lying.
She tried to put that word back in her mouth. You're absolutely right. That was the
Oh my
body
gosh.
language. False. I mean, that was as bad as Amber Heard in the middle of her, deposition, just covering her mouth after admitting to tipping off TMZ.
Yeah.
Wow. Holy
Oh my gosh.
shit.
What was she gonna say?
because the child came into custody, or those children came into custody.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm like Laura Owens right now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What? Wait, that didn't happen. She doesn't finish the sentence. That didn't happen because the child came into custody. She doesn't even finish the sentence.
In this case, that didn't happen because the child came into custody.
Oh
In
my
this case,
Or those
that
children
didn't
came into
happen.
custody.
In this case, that didn't happen because the child came into custody.
No
Does that even
investigation
make
happened
sense?
because she came into
We
custody,
took
because
them.
we just
No
saw her.
investigation happened because we just took them.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
But she
What did we
said
just
false.
discover here?
What was she
I
gonna
don't
say?
know. False reports,
False allegations. We were stealing, Miss
false
Bernard, we were
something.
stealing the baby. So no investigation happened.
False something that she wishes she didn't say.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess my question is, are you part of the investigations team or some other team?
It never really came out of the on-call side because I had to do.
That's not the answer to the question. Are you part of the investigation team? Are you? What does this mean? It never came out of the on-call side, ma'am. That is not the question you were asked. Unresponsive.
The inspections of both the placement and I had to finish the parents' home inspection.
Did she
So
inspect
until-
your Jennifer? She does the inspection of the placement. Was she
And
at
the
your
parents.
house?
I guess that's all she did was the investigation of the aunt and uncle.
Yeah, did she come to your house, Jennifer, inspect your house?
No, they were already placed into a full-time foster home at that
Right.
point.
And I think with foster parents, they already have done those inspections before they get them set up in the system, so they don't have to redo them.
But
my
Tony and Took
goodness.
weren't, so they
had to go and
placed
do
them with
that.
them and then did it. But gosh, I hope Catherine presses this.
The on-call worker can finish everything that needs to be done on the front end for that on-call side, which is the home inspection of the parent and the home inspection of placement. It can't transfer over to the investigations unit. And at this time, custody took place because the forensic interview came out.
Okay, so you are, okay. So then let me be clear. So are you part of an investigations team or is that not your role?
I'm family preservation.
Okay.
But I was on call for this particular case.
And so when you say on call, I guess, what does that mean?
It means I meet the response time of this case that came in, which was an immediate.
Okay, when you say meet
It's
the
not-
response
but you're
time,
not.
is there like a response time
She's
you're
not
required
saying
to
what she
fulfill?
does. I meet the response time, meaning, oh, I show up. That's my responsibility. But what does response time? I mean, this is such
you have
weird.
Very weird. Very weird.
And the forensic interview she's talking about is the disgusting one they did of Arya. That lasted 2 hours long
Oh God.
for a 3-year-old.
The response time was immediate, which meant at whatever time this report came in, it needed to be met right then and there within an hour of the report, of us receiving that report.
Okay. So,
Of the department receiving the report.
Is this sticky widget again? Hold on. We have another meme and it's hilarious. This is
gosh.
good. It's really good. Thank you for that. I'll see who did that. Let's see who did that. That was JKD. JKD is back. Yay. All right, let's see.
Let me rephrase that.
and so you said earlier that you had been advised about the extent of the broken bones and injuries. And you were advised by Ashley Smith?
Yes.
Now, was Ashley Smith the medical doctor?
No, she's the foster care administrator who was on call with me.
Foster care administrator.
So it has also come to my attention that Sarah Nolan here, as well as being a DFACS investigator, was also the star of a television show. It was called This Old Spouse. This Old Spouse.
Oh my gosh. That is
Where
so
she
good.
would go through your house and destroy anything that your spouse made for your ex-spouse made for you with a chainsaw. So it's good stuff. Thank you, Dan, for that on Twitter. By the way, if you want to send me memes on Twitter, my handle is @MeganFoxWriter, and Twitter is always a great place to do that. It's good times, good times.
So what did she tell you about the extent of
Oh no!
She told me
Locals is killing me.
Oh my gosh. We all got bows.
We all got bows.
It's contagious. It's contagious. We need a vaccine.
And look at the giant bruise on her forehead.
Gosh.
Oh man. See, this is what Locals is good for. MeganFox.locals.com. Oh, the memes are so fun.
Well, why don't you tell me what you recall her telling you?
She told me.
Hearsay.
And we have another locals meme. They've added a baby now to the chainsaw wielding social worker. Added a baby. Oh God, I'm sorry.
I think she's already opened the door by testifying under direct extensively about what she was told and the course of conduct that she undertook. I believe the state is intending to call Ashley Smith as well. If they're not, we probably will. So.
I'm going to sustain the objection at this time. Address it with Ashley Smith.
Yeah, it's the better witness principle.
Of the broken
So,
injuries.
That there was some rib fractures. There was swelling on the skull, some leg fractures, and maybe some toe fractures.
Okay. And so when you, was there a medical doctor present when you were visiting with Emma and her parents?
No.
So did you talk to the doctors who had already seen and visited with Emma when you
Not
went?
at that time.
Okay. Is that unusual?
No, it's not unusual.
so you got third-hand information. It's the
So-
whispering game.
Yep.
About what time are you doing this meeting with Emma Hernandez and her family?
I have to look to my log of contact narratives to see what time it was.
Okay, well, and is it just the log of contact narratives that you have, or did you make any more extensive notes? Because the contact log that I've been given doesn't have any notes on it, it's just starts in September.
It should reflect the time at the very top where the date is.
And Your Honor, if I could just clarify with the state, this is contact log for Aria Hernandez number 4, not Aria. I don't know what the PDF file is titled as. It looks like this. Okay.
By the way, the chat voted 99% yes, they hate this
So,
witness.
You weren't aware of the results.
99%.
Already been conducted by the medical doctor, were you?
But to answer your time, the question to your time, it was 9:09.
So 9:09 p.m.
Okay.
And so you were talking to, you first did the examination of Emma. And so what is your medical training and background to do an examination like this?
I've gone through extensive training through the Department of Family and Children's Services.
Okay, and so what kind of training is that?
We've done bruises, whelps, we've done child abuse, I've done, I can't give you a list of all the training off the top of my head, but we have done extensive training in child abuse. It's done yearly.
Okay, so extensive training in child abuse. Have you been trained in recognizing any other medical conditions other than non-accidental trauma?
As in, no.
Okay, so you're trained in how to find non-accidental
Sure answer.
trauma and child abuse, right?
Correct.
Okay, you're not trained in how to find out anything else medically about what's going on with the child, right?
No, I've not been to the medical school.
Well, but you haven't even received any training from DFCS on that, have you?
We're not trained to go to any type of medical training, no.
Right, so you guys are trained to identify things as child abuse, right?
Correct.
Okay. And in fact,
Oh,
you have
gosh.
been told that this was a non-accidental trauma case before you even met with Emma Hernandez and her parents, right?
Correct.
So has there ever been a situation in which you have been told this is non-accidental trauma and you have come in and found, well, actually, I don't think it's non-accidental trauma?
Yes.
Really?
Bruises speak for themselves.
I mean, are there any situations in which
They
you have
do?
been told by other people at your agency that a situation involves non-accidental trauma, and then you have come in and said, no, I disagree, it wasn't non-accidental trauma? There may be another explanation.
Good question.
I disagree with the department.
Can you give me an example?
Nope.
Off the top of my head, no. But I have disagreed before.
Well, how do you know you disagreed if you can't come up with an example? You can't remember a time when you disagreed.
That's part of our job. We can disagree and we talk it out.
All right, so you, so your observation is that Emma was in distress when you visited with her?
Yes.
Okay, now was she in distress as soon as you walked in the door?
No, she was wrapped up.
Okay, so once you
Once you started screwing around with her.
To make contact with her, that's when she.
Actually, I didn't start making contact with her.
Nick! Oh my God.
Oh my.
It's so good. It's so good.
Oh gosh. This poor woman.
Stop saying that. She's a baby stealer. We don't feel sorry for
She
her at
is a
all.
baby stealer.
We don't feel sorry for her. Check your empathy at the door, Jennifer. We don't
No,
do
it's
that
like
here.
pity. It's like this weird lowly pity thing.
I mean, look, I feel sorry that her supervisor wasn't like, you should not be hired here because you have problems and you should not be in charge of people's children.
They thought she was perfect for the role. That's what's crazy. Is they're like,
That's
oh,
the scary
you're
part.
disturbed,
Yeah.
You have a brain injury.
Let's
You're
have
disturbed.
this.
Perfect.
Let's have this woman with a confirmed brain injury and mental deficiencies, and have her in charge of protecting children.
Great idea.
Yeah, that
Great idea. That's fantastic.
Good job,
Exactly
Georgia.
like
Who's
exactly like
her
the government.
supervisor? Shame her supervisor.
Yeah.
Ashley
Shame-
Smith. Ashley
Oh,
Smith is
Ashley Smith.
Satan
Oh,
Jr. Lovely.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, Ashley Smith also should lose her job because you shouldn't hire people with obvious mental problems. I mean, come on.
Social workers came in and started messing with her. But I never touched her.
Okay. So you never touched her.
Didn't she just testify about lifting her up?
Yeah, she said she did an
Yeah, she
examination.
said she took off the clothes and stuff is what she said. Maybe she meant someone else was taking off the clothes, but I don't know. It's not clear.
Yeah, but she also said no medical personnel was in the room when she did the investigation. So why are children being undressed without medical personnel in the room?
No idea.
Great question, Nick.
This is weird. This is creepy.
Yes. It is weird.
So when you say that she was keeping her upper body stiff, how did you observe that?
Just, she wouldn't move it. She just kind of just stayed like tensed up. And, I mean, I don't really know how to describe it other than she stayed tensed up. Her dress was short and clipped. Other than, her crying was, other than crying, it was still kind of labored.
So a bunch of strangers is probing a child, and you're surprised she's crying? For fuck's sake.
Okay. And so, do you know of any other doctors and medical professionals who recorded any of these reactions in their charts that were observed with Emma, or were you the only one who saw this?
There was, I don't know if it was recorded in charts, but I know when I spoke to one of the social workers, she noticed it.
Which social worker was that?
I can't recall her name. I'm sorry.
Would it have been Abby Rising?
Possibly.
Who said nothing of the sort on the stand?
So you did not observe Matthew or his wife, either of them having any hesitation about speaking to you or the social workers or doctors about what was going on with their daughter, did you?
In the beginning, no, but a couple days later, they started having hesitation. Yes.
After y'all had already removed the baby from their custody, is that what you're saying?
Once the safety plan was put in place, there was some hesitation. And I take it back, I did have to go to court once. It was continued because they requested an interpreter at that time. So I did go to court once, but we didn't, there was no.
That was an hour ago.
No, that's not.
Sarah.
That was not the question.
That was not the question.
Have you not that? Oh, I was in court. No, did
Right.
you testify?
Right.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
You testified extensively to the state about the conversations that you had with Mr. and Mrs. Hernandez on June 6th, right?
Yes.
And they volunteered quite a bit of information to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it took the state leading you to talk about the torn muscle, but it is true that Matt Hernandez brought up things that he thought might be a problem with his daughter, right?
Yes, that was when the detective was present on our first contact.
Okay. Oh, so it wasn't just you he was saying this in front of, he was saying this in front of the detectives and law enforcement. He was volunteering all of this information.
Yes.
Okay.
As abusers do.
As abusers always do, yeah. You want to tell them exactly what you did to your kid.
At that time, Emma had not, I guess at what time did Emma get removed from the custody of her parents?
On the 8th. June 8th.
So as of June 6th, they still could have taken their baby and left, couldn't they have?
She was not discharged at that time.
But
That's
she
not
hadn't been
awful.
removed from their custody until the 8th, right?
Yeah, that was not the question. You can always remove your,
Yeah.
if you have custody of your kid, you can sign a piece of paper and say, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
So.
Correct.
But they didn't say, get out of here, we don't want to talk to you,
No.
did they?
No.
Even when y'all brought law enforcement in, they didn't say that.
No.
They kept volunteering information about their home and their circumstances.
They did.
And the safety plan is something that they have to agree to before it can go into place, right?
Who said that? She is moving away from the mic. She wants to go run and get her chainsaw.
Yeah, yeah. She's scooting further and further.
She's scooting further and further back.
I mean, in the beginning of her testimony, she was right up there.
Yeah,
and now
look
she's
where she was. Look, can you see the tiny
Yeah.
square in the bottom?
Oh,
Look
yeah.
where she was in the beginning of her testimony. Look where she is now.
She's hiding.
She's way far away from that microphone.
Right.
In fact, I'm surprised somebody hasn't said, "Can you please sit closer to the microphone?"
Correct. And they agreed to the safety plan that y'all had proposed.
Yes.
Look at that face. Oh my Lord, she's giving him the mean mug.
So
yeah. Which makes the bow and
point,
innocent
had you,
look even more.
Psychotic.
Yeah.
It's so horror movie. I mean, it's like she's cosplaying one of the twins from The Shining. It's so bizarre. We need like creepy music. Do I have creepy music? I think this is the only music I have that's creepy. But like, look at that face, boy. Oh,
This is the start of a really, really bad horror movie.
Yep.
Oh, you think you can make me look stupid on the stand?
do you recall which doctors were treating Emma at that point?
Dr. Messner.
So Dr. Messner was already treating Emma as of 9 p.m. on
Was he?
June 6th?
Was he really?
I believe so, yes.
And you
as of 9 p.m. on June 6th, Mesner was there. But that's weird because at 7 p.m. on June 6th, DFACS was already called.
Right.
So are you telling me that the child abuse pediatrician was there after DFACS was called and not before? So he never weighed in on whether they have. So let me get this straight. They have a so-called expert on child abuse on staff, but he doesn't get called in until after they've made the assessment that it's abuse.
It's just like the Tims, remember? DFACS came and stole Jameson 4 days before Brown put it in the diagnosis chart. He wasn't even diagnosed and they already stole him. So it's like the timeline doesn't matter to these people. They're not used to attorneys bringing it up. They're just used to stealing babies and it doesn't matter.
Right. They don't care. The timeline doesn't matter. Sticky, thanks for the 5, says, I would think you'd remember the times you disagreed with NAT because they would be internally contentious with your colleagues. Yeah, you would think. I don't believe her that she's ever disagreed with anything.
So because you had direct contact with him, or
No.
It's time to bring in the duck. I think I still have that
the
meme.
information I have been given.
And
there it is.
Who did you get that information
Um, Once the information had been provided to me through the social workers and also through Ashley.
So they provided you the information that Dr. Messner was already treating her.
Yes.
How about Dr. Novakovic?
I don't recall that name.
How about Dr. Olszewski?
Yes.
Okay, so Dr. Olszewski from the orthopedic department had already been engaged in the care of Emma, right?
Yes.
Did you talk to Dr. Olszewski about?
I did not have any contact with the doctors.
Okay, so you had no contact with the doctor?
Not, as the on-call worker, no.
Was this case before or after Tim's? Sticky wants to know.
This trial was 1 month later.
But the taking of the babies, when was that? Which
Jameson
one
got
came first?
removed. Jameson first, a year before.
Okay, and then Emma. Gotcha.
I had no contact with any doctors.
Okay. So
You had no
and so you
contact
wouldn't
with
have
any
been familiar
doctor.
with any lab results or any.
The lead investigator in the DFACS had no contact with any of the doctors.
Does it not sound unbelievable when you hear it?
Yeah, because wait a minute, she's not a medical expert, so she can't diagnose what an accidental fracture is versus a non-accidental fracture. How does she have no contact with any of the doctors, but she removed the children anyway? What? MQs, thanks for the 5. What does it take to make you all wear JoJo Siwa bows? Like I said, the Hernandez fund, we need to raise a few $1,000s. We got to come up with a goal, and then we'll make a video wearing the bows with the chainsaws and everything. Don't worry about it. It's in the works.
Testing or any vitamin D results or any of the things that Dr. Olszewski was prescribing?
I just got the forensic interview results back I was told the forensic interview results.
Look at that bow. I can't even stand it. All right. We've been going for 3 hours. I need to call it quits. We will pick this back up tomorrow morning, I hope. I'm going to try for tomorrow morning.
Okay.
I'm going to check with you guys. We'll talk offline and see if we can do a 9 a.m. to like just 2 hours, just 9 to 11. I got to leave at 11. So it'll be a short one tomorrow, but like 9 to 11, I would like to try that. And then, but I'll keep the chat notified. Check my locals, meganfox.locals.com. I will put up notifications when we're going live. If I decide we're doing one in the morning, which I'm like 90% certain we will, I will get it made. I'll get the link made tonight so that you guys can see it, that it's out there. But thank you so much, everybody, for being here today. This was a lot of fun, but I have to go and get ready for dinner, etc., and all of the things that I need to do with the children before my live show at 8 p.m., which I will be starting tonight again. We've got Tug coming on at 8 p.m. We'll be talking about some What the Hales craziness going on. But yeah, this was fun. This was fun. Nick, what do you have coming up that everybody needs to be aware of?
My birthday stream, May 2nd, Saturday, May 2nd. I'm going to start to send out all the invites and everything. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be fun because, first of all, today we learned that Kelsey Fitzsimmons finally got to see her baby after 298 days.
Oh, so great that she got to see the baby.
Yeah, and also the Zachariah Anderson appeal is moving along, and there is a scheduled some type of hearing, I believe, on this week, April 29th. And I hope because this is in Wisconsin, I hope it is streamed. If it is, I'm going to stream it. Zachariah Anderson is one of the first cases I covered gavel to gavel, and he is wrongfully convicted.
I believe it too. I also believe that. I watched that trial and it was unbelievable. Judge Schrader was a shell of the judge he was in the Rittenhouse case, and he did some inexplicable things. He also had a head injury between the Rittenhouse case and this case, and they let him try it.
A head injury, and his wife had cancer, so he had to all of a sudden
all these like crazy
all of
problems.
these distractions,
Mm-hmm.
and also he had to come out of retirement to try this case because the victim had so many connections to the court. And this is also why the appeal has taken so long, because they are now out of district to find a judge that can handle the appeal things. It's insanity.
It is insanity. All right, so pay attention to Nick Starrow's stream, to his channel. Make sure that you're subscribed over there. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out of here, both on Rumble and on YouTube. I would appreciate that. Jennifer Williams from You Are the Power, thanks so much for being here and for all the work that you do on behalf of these families. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Take care.
Mr. Ponton, I believe you have a filter turned on in the video settings. You might want to take
we're
a
trying
look.
to, can you hear me, Judge?
I can hear you. I think it's a filter.
It is, and I don't know how to remove it. I've got my assistant here. She's trying to, but I'm prepared to go forward with it. I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
I can see that.